then the letter C, and then U. ICU. So they'd be little stupid puzzles like that. But a 12-pack was $4 in the convenience store. 33 cents a beer.
You know, growing up in New York, we had to go to the beer distributor to get beer.
Right.
Because you couldn't buy beer at the liquor store.
Right.
Why couldn't you?
They didn't
That's
sell
the
beer.
way they do it in New York.
It's a Friday, at least.
You
So
go,
If you want beer,
I don't know if it's still the same, is it?
If you want beer, it's just you got to go to a beer distributor.
Or a grocery store?
Some grocery stores sell.
So they don't mix hard liquor and beer.
Grocery stores have beer.
Where do you buy wine?
Liquor store.
That would be a liquor store.
Where are you talking?
But the beer is a beer distributor.
Beer distributor or the grocery store.
In New York, you can buy shit everywhere.
No, beer you can't buy at a liquor store.
Right.
They're saying liquor stores only liquor and wine.
No. They never had two, but you go to the beer distributor.
I mean, liquor stores don't have beer.
No.
I don't remember. I just remember.
You never drink beer. How would you know?
Yeah, but I remember that all the liquor stores are tightly controlled. Are they still like that?
Yeah, tightly controlled by the fucking mafia.
Yeah. No, but we always used to meet at the beer distributor after work.
Right.
You know.
Didn't they have?
I never understood.
Wasn't that one of the states where you could drink at 18 way back at
New York?
Kid?
New York. Yeah, I worked in a bar at 18.
Yeah, New York. That's New York.
But that's
but
not
the delis, you can buy beer at the deli.
Working. I just was bragging on.
Is that true? But that's not true anymore, right?
I don't know. I haven't been back.
The deli? No, you cannot buy beer at the deli.
You used to.
Yeah, but you can't be 21. You have to be 21
God
to drink
damn this fucking thing.
I never understood that either. What did they think? That beer... Because you couldn't drink whiskey at 18, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you could drink it.
The drinking age was 18.
Anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, we went to a wedding in Memphis, buddies and I. The drinking age changed at 6 o'clock in the airport. 6 p.m. They went around and recarded everybody.
Isn't the drinking age still 18?
How old did you have to be then?
I think it moved to 19.
Oh my God, that's fucking
Where's
weird.
the drinking age now? Still 18, isn't it?
21.
I don't think there's any place in the country because of the federal they would have pulled the
I've never
funds.
understood that, Kevin. You know, if you go to the beer distributor, hey, let's get a bottle of wine. No, you got to go to the liquor store. I never understood why they separated both of those.
Well, it's just weird. It's like Oklahoma. There are no fucking coolers in a liquor store.
Well, then you go to Wyoming in the 70s and they had drive-up liquor stores.
Or
as long as they put a lid on it, it wasn't considered open container.
We went to Tyler, Texas. Some of our relatives live there. You gotta buy it like in an Applebee's.
Yeah.
You gotta buy a fucking $5 membership just to order a beer. You gotta be part of a club of some sort.
That was like $2, $3.
A social drinking club.
Oh, that's what I was doing when I went to my mom's house.
No, that was Texas.
Oh, Utah.
Just Tyler, Texas.
Utah was that way.
There's a wine place right down from my mom's house. I was doing all this work. I said, Mom, I'm gonna.
And then Arizona and shit, man. You can walk into
The
the
place
Central
right down here. It's walking distance. I'm like, oh,
Orleans, you do a drive-up.
I'm looking around.
Oh,
liquor and wine.
they have the, what do you call them?
I forgot.
Margaritas.
I'm not there.
Daiquiris.
Oh, you gotta go to a beer distributor.
Did you ever see
Oh,
those?
That's right.
So, in all around Louisiana, just like a Starbucks you drive up to, you can order
liquor, right?
No, but literally a strawberry daiquiri they make for you right there, like bananas, whatever you want in it.
Put it in your car?
Yeah, and then they hand you the straw.
Wyoming did the
In
same
the open
thing.
containers when the straw goes in, they say.
As long as it's a lid on it, it's not. Wyoming did this for years.
Oh, yeah.
I don't, here they even have some drive up, you get a 6-pack, but this is like
That sounds
a pre-made
counterintuitive.
shake, whatever you want in it.
Yep.
That sounds
remember
counterintuitive.
Well, remember the strip joints in New York? You had to bring your own liquor, and they would. Well, this is what I understood. I don't know. This is not first
Guys,
hand.
we're on. Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show.
It's car day today, which means you can call about cars, anything to do with cars. Of course, you can call about anything. We never limit our show to one topic ever, but on Fridays we emphasize cars. We call it Car Day, and we get a lot of interesting discussions. 303-713-TALK is our number. We also have another number. You can reach us at 303-MARTINO. We have that number because it's working 24/7. You can leave a message. We'll get back to you on each and every case where you leave a number. If you want to go on the radio or get help, we can do it. This hour brought to you by PanaceaLife.com, the CBD products that really, really work. I'm so happy that I found them. PanaceaLife.com, 800-985-0515. let's talk about things that work. What aftermarket things work on cars? What are things that work? I think transmission coolers are a good idea. Everybody? Guys?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Transmission coolers, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
They work. Why? They don't come from the factory. Why don't they
Some
come
do.
from the factory? With auxiliary coolers?
Yeah, some trucks have them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it an option?
No, it's just if you get a trailer tow package, you may have a cooler. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think most vehicles after 2000 had them anyway. You know, you got the engine oil cooler, and then you have the transmission cooler.
Okay.
But
so,
it can never be too cool.
Yeah. Well, actually,
transmissions can never be too cool.
no.
No.
Okay. Engines can.
Yes.
You want engines to have a certain operating
Well,
temperature.
they all have certain, but I mean, yeah, the transmission.
Do you have auxiliary radiators on engines where in areas where it's too hot?
Oversized.
I've seen people blocking radiators. Why do they do that? I've seen cardboard and
So the heater works better.
Yeah,
To
they want the
retain
engine
more
to
heat.
warm up. They want the engine to warm
in
up.
extreme climates. 303-713-TALK. Charles, you're up. What's happening?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I have a son who is self-employed, never really borrowed money. His credit report shows nothing, so he really doesn't. He has no credit
How old?
report on his. He's 32.
Never
And
had
he had
credit.
his own business. No. Not that I hadn't been.
Well,
taken
here's the
care
very
of,
first
or
thing.
if
The
there
very
was.
first thing is a secured credit card or an automobile if you can get one. It's hard, but a secured credit card is where you get a secured credit card, you put down $1,000 and then you have $1,000 line of credit. The $1,000 secures it. Then they eventually will lift the deposit requirement or raise it and then lift it. But a secured credit card, in my opinion, one of the best things. A checking account actually gets you a credit rating as well.
Generally 1 year on those prepaid.
So you get the secured credit card, you get a checking account, of course rent or.
Do you trust the kid?
Yeah.
If you trust him, there's another way to make it happen real quick. You add him onto one of your very high credit cards.
Wait, would that get him a rating now?
Oh, big time. I've done it with Miles. This is how I know that it works.
Okay,
He
so
got
you
the
put him
secure
on your
card.
card that's already on.
Yeah, I put him on a very high limit card I have. His Social Security, his whole bit.
I have a card that goes as a limit of $2,900, but I pay it off every month.
Right, well, it doesn't
would
matter.
that
If
be
he's
high
on it,
enough
Mark is
limit?
saying he enjoys your credit rating if he's on it.
Really? So I can put him on that card, and that he will transfer.
Well, no,
over my credit.
Listen. They have to issue a card in his name on that account. But here's the deal. You have to make very sure that you trust him, because once you do that, you give him the authority to charge on it.
Yeah, you're responsible for it.
I know.
Well, he is too, but big deal, right? So listen, I think that you got it. You share one of your accounts with him and on a named card, a named user. Second is a secured credit card. I do both. And then you have existing things sometimes that don't report, like landlords and things, where you can actually self-report or you can go to services that will report. There used to be a service that would take things that you do and report them and make them official. I don't know I don't know the names of those services, and you have to be really careful too, because a lot of these, anything to do with credit, a lot of these companies are ripoffs. A checking account is important. Don't underestimate a checking account. They feel if you can balance and keep a checking account, that you have credit. You have a certain amount of credit. Speaking of which, I don't know one person under 21 that balances their debit card or check ever.
I'm not sure
fact,
of one
I'll
high
say-
school that teaches you to.
I'll say under 35. Here's what I ask them. How do you know what you have? Well, I just look at the balance. And then they don't keep track of their outstanding. They don't know what they have. I swear to God, they don't know. I want you to tell me if you have a son or daughter and I'm wrong, or if you're under, or if you're 35 or under. In fact, just tell me anybody. I'll bet you most people with debit cards don't balance their. They don't even write it down.
I think they set these kids up for failure. One, they never teach the basics like that. Two, they go off to college. What's sitting around every college campus? They're giving them credit cards instantly. Here's a guy that just called. His son is 32, can't get a credit card, but if his son showed up to CSU first year there, they'd be giving him a credit card, wouldn't they? Because they know the parents will bail him out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Let's talk about another thing. Oil coolers work. What else? Auxiliary oil coolers. You can never hurt putting one on. What else works in automotive? Nick Yutzi is with Flexident. He's here. Kevin Calkin, Sheridan Auto Tech. And Mark Machowski from Budget A1 Transmission Auto Repair. So, what works?
So, something real simple. A K&N air filter. They work fabulous.
Now, K&N, do you have to... Why do they work so well?
Well, because they flow air more.
Are they cyclonic in nature? The air circulates and they pull the air in?
No, they just flow better air, and it's got oil that you spray onto the filter, which catches more particles and more debris. They flow really good.
Have you seen the cyclonic filters I'm talking about? I'm sure you must have.
Well, probably. I just don't know the term, yeah.
I thought they were K. Well, here's why.
It's supposed to have like a turbo supercharger kind of...
As the air goes in, it swirls and creates a suction to bring more air in, and it supposedly, it doesn't turbo, but it's supposed to deliver more air quicker. Anyway, 303-713-TALK. I'd like to know if you've had aftermarket stuff that really
Here's
works.
one aftermarket thing that doesn't work. I remember when these first came out, I put them on my Chevy pickup.
That doesn't work.
These lenses that you put on your headlights to make it look good. These black lenses.
That make it look
so I remember,
good.
It makes it, I mean, it just gives it
it's like a smoky look in the headlights.
Well, but so does it cut down on light?
Oh, it's bad. Yeah. I remember the first time I put them on there, I was like, wow, it looks so good. And then one night I was driving, and of course put the lights on, and I'm like, I can't see. What the heck? So I took them off, threw them out.
Larry, you have a 2011 Nissan Xterra. What's happening?
Hey, guys. Hey. So it's got about 168,000 miles on it.
Did you have it from new?
Yes, I did.
Okay, go ahead.
And mechanically, I mean, it's in great shape. But over the last couple of years, I don't know, maybe like 4 to 5 times, I've lost my brakes completely. The pedal just goes to the floor. It'll come back, but there's, a couple seconds where there's nothing. And thinking back of what happened immediately before that, there's a couple things I can think of. One time, most recently, I hit a pothole, and the brake went to the floor. Again, it does come back.
Listen, I have a similar case where every once in a while, my brake pedal goes all the way down. It does stop, but it goes all the way down before it catches. And then sometimes it'll catch just like a power brake right up where you press it. But I wonder about that too. I of course have ABS, and I wonder why. But I don't know. When you say you lose them, are you sure you're losing them, or does it engage later?
No, it doesn't. I mean, you don't hear anything. I've had it happen on ice too. I thought I was just sliding on ice, but I would never hear the ABS engage or feel it. The pedal just goes down.
And how often does this happen?
Well, it's only happened, I said, over the last couple of years, maybe 4 or 5 times. And I've had the brakes done. I've had the lines bled.
All right, hold on. We're going to think about this one. And Margie, let me get this straight. This is not a car. You're talking about a regular generator, right?
That's correct.
And you need it to do 220?
Yes, to run our house.
Okay, hold on. We'll talk about that and more coming up.
Well, yeah, that's the only thing. Unless it's loose.
It has nothing to do with hitting a pothole.
Unless it's loose.
But you listen to the to the dated ones, and they're fine, right? There's no dates. There's nothing that's going to be an issue. I'll take.
Yeah, Mark. Yes, there's nothing wrong. That's why I included them.
Okay. I'm just going to say. Rotate the.
See that ad that said for gummies? What is that?
It's CBD. That's the one Tom was talking about. I just Googled it. Yeah.
Okay, guys, the spot as usual. SimplyFloorsInc.com. The holiday rush is on. You get 24-month low-cost financing. You get special discounts on Shaw floors and a 5% discount on everything on top of all other savings. And this is the place where you normally get 20, 30, 40, even 50% on certain floors. They'll come to your home. You just have to make your own appointment at Simply Floors Inc. That's INC. SimplyFloorsInc.com. They're at 52nd and Warsaw. West Corner, SimplyFloorsInc.com.
also go over what you guys think for winter driving you should be looking at.
Good set of tires.
Tires is always a start.
Yeah.
How about a good radiator flush?
Yeah. You know, it's well, the antifreeze is anywhere for 3 to 5 years. You know, but just get a good checkout. That's all.
Yeah.
There's no magic to it. There's no automatic anything. Just get the car in, get somebody to look.
My favorite tires that I did for all the kids was I get those Blizzaks, but they only lasted 2 seasons.
Right.
Oh, they don't last very long.
What about if you take you let
Well, I would do that. No, go off during springtime. Those things. Man,
Well, they're only good till 50% of the tread because that silicone compound isn't through the whole.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the silicone.
I didn't
the
know.
I missed it. It's
Blizzaks.
tires. What are we talking about?
Compound.
The Blizzaks,
Blizzak tires?
the ability to stick to ice
We
and
got.
stuff.
I just ordered some for
Yeah,
season.
no, they're
Yeah,
good.
that's what I do.
But they're only good down to about 50%.
Yeah.
Once they're past 50,
Really?
they don't have that.
Flex,
That's what I
they have that
understand.
grip?
The grip, yeah.
They lose. Snow tires lose their fucking hold quick. All of them.
They're soft.
Unless you got fucking studs in them.
Well, I did Blizzaks with studs.
I've done that.
I was. Yeah.
I didn't know you could stud Blizzaks.
No, you could drill holes.
Yeah. I didn't know they were
well,
studdable.
Yeah, no, that's right. I think that's what they did. Is drill holes and
Cooper's got a nice studdable.
I just don't like studs though when you don't need
Oh,
them.
they
When you
are.
need
Oh,
them,
God.
they're awesome. But
Yeah.
driving around.
They're fucking noisy.
Yeah.
Well, when I lived out in Elizabeth,
And
I
if
put
you're on
them on all
cement,
4
you can
wheels.
actually slide
Yeah.
on dry.
Exactly.
But you're better than 4-wheel drive with studs. I mean,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Art of Granite. Yes, email's working. Send Art of Granite. Blah blah blah.
But I always put those Blizzaks in my
Questions
girlfriend's
from Mitch.
Subaru every
Hey,
winter
Mitch,
now.
hope this email finds you well.
I figure one slide into a curb is about $2,000 if I could stop that.
Absolutely.
You know.
Oh, those tires work so good. It's amazing. I'd always test them too. I'd stop.
You're that one, huh?
Just step on it. Like, wow, I could, stop real fast. Those things work great.
You know, automotive is one that's never done a pure pricing gig either, if you think about it. We were talking about companies that just guarantee the lowest price, period. They're just price-based, almost like Costco or Sam's, if you will. And some companies are starting to refocus that way, but I can't think of any automotive that purely just says, hey, we've got great work and we are by far the cheapest, period.
Because it's impossible to do both.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do both.
You know?
In a service, in some services, you're absolutely right.
I could see it with tires though, but with
Discount
automotive
Tire,
repair,
Discount Tire does it. They do it. I promise you they do it.
Yeah, but
Right.
they're still.
They will beat any price. You have to bring it to them a lot of times.
right?
To give you an idea, I was just pricing Blizzaks. I ended up buying them at Costco because they had 150 off right now. But I could have taken that even with the 150 off, and discount would beat it all day long. But I'd rather use Costco in this particular reason. They will beat anything. But if I just walked in to buy them at discount, I would have paid way more than what Costco was.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
You follow what I'm saying?
Sure.
Until you bring up the discrepancy.
Got it. This is what Costco could do it for.
Yeah, they don't
Right.
say we have the lowest advertised price. What they say is we will beat anybody else.
As long as you tell
Well,
them.
they buy
that's
so.
right.
Exactly. You
Right.
They
can't.
buy
Gotta
so
tell 'em.
huge though.
Oh, they're fuck, man.
You know.
Here's what blows
But
me.
everybody has tires now. Midas is selling tires.
Everybody.
I mean, just
Dealerships.
yeah.
Here's what
Because-
kills me about discount, though. For the life of me, how much does one of these fast alignment machines cost? Where you can just pull up, they pop the heads on, you just know if it's in or out.
30, 40.
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying where you jack it up. So you
Okay,
can
so a
do
little bit, 25-ish.
Yeah, so no rack, basically, you know. For the life of me, why they don't do alignments. These guys do nothing but tires. And it must make sense to them.
It's their thing, yeah.
This guy's asking about vehicle tuners. I have no idea what
He's
that
talking
is.
It's about the electronics, chips and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Void warranties.
Right. Do you hear that,
If
Eric?
you keep it in there when you go to the dealer,
That's what I was gonna-
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
people always take them out.
Would the
Diesel,
computer
yeah.
hold the information that you had that in there at one point?
It's
Depending on how new,
it's
depending on how new
it's
vehicle.
programmable, and it holds it. Yeah, it's just a card.
No. What I'm saying
Good or
is,
bad?
like if I put one in my Genesis right now,
Yes, and
and I
you
took
program
it out,
50-50.
Yes.
I
Put it
bet
back
they
in.
knew it was in there.
No, I don't think they know it's in there, right? Because you put the other one back. The
Yeah,
back
A
as
lot
long
of times you can plug it into the ALD plug too.
Geez, guys, I bet you they'd know on my car that it was in there. I bet they'd know on a Tesla if you...
Like on your Mercedes, could you put a chip in that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what would it do? I mean, how much more power? 50 more horse?
They do. They do everything. They do.
Tell it to go faster or slower.
They do. Like,
but how much
is
faster
it a
do you need to go
part?
on some of these cars?
Right. No, but that's not even my point.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713 Talk. Listen, October, National Kitchen and Bath Month. That doesn't mean anything to anybody except the people in the biz know this because manufacturers put a big push on it, and that's why Renew Home Innovations committed to
100 projects. They're now down. There's only 60 left. They have crews standing by. They will give you an immediate 20% off and a free Kohler Cimarron toilet with special stain coating and, of course, the beautiful, beautiful stuff they have. The showers are unbelievable. Kohler Choreograph by Renew Home Innovations. So listen. Go and see them. Have them come to your home. Make an appointment. You can do it right here. RenewHomeInnovations.com. Innovations at RenewHomeInnovations.com for special savings. 303-904-2000. Let's go to the phones. It's car day. We got a bunch of people here. We're talking about aftermarket stuff that works. Tuners work. It's commonly called chipping your car. Now, all warranties say you void the warranty, but a lot of people put those tuners in and pull them out right before they take it to the service department. And many of them plug into the normal data port. Others, you have to actually replace the chip. Or overwrite the chip. I don't know, guys. Chipping, it's really, really popular, right?
Well, it could be a lot of fun. I mean, you can get a lot more performance out of cars.
Yeah, it advances the timing, gives you more performance.
All right. So now we've been talking about this brake problem with Larry. 2011 Nissan Xterra. He's had it from new with 168 thou.
Do you ever have to add fluid to that, Larry? Brake fluid?
Nope. There's no.
Every once in a while, his pedal goes to the floor. He has no brakes for a couple seconds only.
So sounds like an internal hydraulic pressure leak inside the master cylinder, the brake master cylinder, or maybe a combination of a vacuum boost problem, a vacuum leak.
Could a pothole have loosened anything at the wheel?
That's what I'm thinking. The vacuum.
Possible.
If it was at the wheel, it would leak externally. Yeah. If it's leaking internal.
Cylinder replaced.
You have, okay. And it still does it.
Yep.
Could air in the system do that? Could air in the system do that?
It would be more consistent. It wouldn't be intermittent.
What do you think then?
It's possible you could have a bad master cylinder.
Even after
sure.
Brand new one right out of the box. Could be bad.
Yeah, but come on, that doesn't.
It happens.
You know, and I've spent obviously a few $100.
Did they listen? Have you had the brake system checked where they check each wheel?
I presume. I mean, I've had the full brake job done, so I presume that
What
happens.
did they do? What's a full brake job?
Replace discs or replace the discs.
Replace them?
The rotors. He's referring to the rotors.
I'm sorry, the pads.
They didn't do the. Why do you say rotors? He doesn't have disc braking on this?
Well, when he said they replaced the discs, I thought he was referring to
I meant
rotors.
the pads and rotors.
All right.
Have you had the system? Have you had the system flushed?
Well, I presume they did that when they replaced the master cylinder.
No,
not
don't
necessarily.
assume that. Here's what all I can say is these guys. What does it cost to go through the whole brake job and flush?
Well, it's $100 or less.
Right. Larry,
that's where I would start.
You just need to take it to somebody who'll do that, and you'll know it's done. 303-713-TALK. Margie, what do you do with I know generators that are 110 and they're generators that are 110 and 220. I've never heard of one just 220. So obviously, when you bought it, did you buy a generator? How many kilowatts are we talking, or how strong is it?
It's 17,500 watts. It is 110 and 220.
17 kW, you're saying, right? Okay, is that what you're saying?
It says 17,500 watts.
Right. Okay. 17K. So now here's the deal. That has outlets right on it, doesn't it? Just for emergency, and they're the normal outlets, right?
Yes.
Do the specs say that it generates? It is generating 220 if you take them, but I don't want to get into that. You don't want to alter it. What I'm saying is they're made to do 110, 220, or both. So, I mean, like I said, I've never heard of one that does just 220. So what do the specs say? Does it generate 220 or not?
It does not. When we plug it into the outlet on the wall, so we'll have electricity in the house.
Is that how you do it? You backfeed it? You backfeed it through an outlet?
Yes.
Yeah, you're never gonna go through a 110 outlet and backfeed 220.
No, not a 110 outlet, a 220 outlet.
Do you have a 220 plug on that generator? So it's designed, that's what I'm asking, does it generate 220, meaning that generator, that model, is it made for 220 and 110?
It has plug-ins on the front of the panel board that you can plug.
So you could plug a dryer into it, in other words.
I assume you could if you had a dryer in the garage.
Right. So it's got to be something simple, even a fuse. I mean, who knows about this generator? The people that put it, did you have it installed by someone, or did you just buy it and put it there?
We bought it. It was delivered to our home, brand new, out of the box. It will not produce 220.
Yeah, it will. Is it producing 110?
Yes.
Then it'll produce 220.
It's not.
Okay, it is. It's just not coming out. It is. It's just not. It's not getting to the outlet you need. I know this sounds like
but you said it's shutting down. Why would it shut down?
What do you mean by shutting down, Margie?
When you plug it into the outlet to run the house, the lights run for about 4 minutes and then everything shuts down.
Okay, there's an internal fault. Margie, what brand is it?
Generac.
Okay, that's a good brand. Now, it's under warranty, right? It's brand new.
Yeah, we bought it.
Okay,
it's probably more to do with her setup, though, than the actual generator.
So what do they say? Did you call and say, this is a brand new generator, fix it?
They said, take it to an authorized dealer and have it fixed.
Well, there's nothing more, Margie, though. If those are the terms of the warranty for which you bought, what were you hoping that... What?
We did that.
And?
They brought it back. And they said that we tested what we could, and everything seemed to be working correctly. But they didn't have the capabilities at that shop to do a 220 test.
Well, then how did... Margie, I feel like we're going in a stupid circle. I'm saying you got it. It's under warranty. Return it. Return it.
Generac will not deal with me.
Why? They think you're doing something wrong, Margie.
They keep sending. Now they want someone else to come and check it.
Well, for sure. Whatever they're offering, do at least. Listen, Margie, I'm going to tell you that it's probably not the generator. I know you think it is. Is your husband technically minded? Are you technically minded? I don't mean to just bypass you. Are you guys technically minded?
We had an electric company come out and check the breaker box and the plug-in, and they said everything's good. That's where we started. Listen,
it's the generator not getting to your stuff. It's not your stuff. It's not the generator. Well, it is the generator, but I'm positive it's what Mark said, your setup or something on that generator. But I just can't believe Generac has such bad service. I mean, really what you need is for them to service it or demand your money back.
I have.
Well, do you have a credit card? Did you pay on credit card?
It's paid for.
By credit card?
Yes.
Contest the charge. It's defective.
Yes, it is.
When did you buy it, Margie?
June 23rd.
Okay. You contest the charge. You stop payment. You do not pay on it. Your credit card can go back. Obviously, they want to do it sooner than this, but I would just say, look, this is just not working, and they refuse to fix it. You're telling me they refuse to fix it. Margie, the only thing I can tell you is you either have them come and fix it, or you hire a generator company to come out and look at it. That's all you can do. It's under warranty. Where did you buy it?
We have to use the companies they tell
Margie,
us
then every single time I say something, you have an objection. So what were you hoping I did? Abracadabra, it's now fixed? Obviously, I was going to tell you, even if you have to use who they send, if they don't send someone to fix it, then you find someone to fix it, and then you prove their guy didn't do it right through documentation, and you get money for that call. That's what you do. You got to start fighting, Margie. I mean, I don't know what you thought we would do. If they're telling you they want someone else to come out, have them come out. And then, I don't know what to say. You say they won't deal with you in one hand, and on the other hand, you're saying they want someone else to come out. So, Suzanne, can you figure out exactly where we stand at this point? She said now they want someone else to look at it. Did you not tell me that, Margie? They want someone else to come out, right?
Yes.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I got a question for you, though. If you just take a generator like that, you can just backfeed without doing anything else? I just don't know the answer.
Well, first of all, I've never heard of I've heard of backfeeding through an outlet. And I don't know the answer to that. I mean, some houses are set up so that won't happen.
I don't know. That's weird. I never thought I could take my generator and do that.
You just got to shut off the main breaker.
And then
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Otherwise, she's supplying power to the whole neighborhood.
Right. Well, yeah, or it's going to have some serious consequences.
It would shut down.
What do you need, Suzanne?
Tom, I had somebody say that GFCI might be going bad in it.
It could be
GFI.
But then the 110 is working. It's something very simple. It is. It's something simple.
I think to test that, all she'd have to do is plug her dryer into it, and it works or doesn't work.
You mean directly?
Yeah, directly into it.
Or something that's 220.
Something.
I don't know. You can take a little meter and probe that 220 outlet. I don't know if they did that or not. I can't even imagine someone saying they can't test the 220 part. I can do it right now with the equipment I have in my garage. I can test that thing to see if it's putting out 220. And the thing is, even if it's not putting out 220, it's simple because it's putting out 110. And all 220 is are two 110s. That's it.
This is Denver's talk station.
What about if she's pulling too much charge through it? She's got too much hooked
up
to it.
How many amps does 220 go up?
That would shut it down.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Right. You're right. If you're demanding more than 75 on that thing, it would fucking shut down.
Shut it down.
That's exact. And you know what? If she plugs it into her house,
and she's not killing the main breaker, she could be backfeeding.
17.5 that will not run that house, not even close.
No.
No, you don't run everything.
Yeah, but how do we know what circuits she has on or off? We don't know that.
Right.
She has to go to her box and turn off everything.
Well,
for a second.
She needs somebody to come out and help her set that up.
I'm going to talk to her.
They used to have one.
Oh, is that what it was?
I didn't know you could do that. I had no idea.
Wow.
So the generator I have now, I can just plug into any outlet.
Well, you got to turn off your main breaker, and you have to have no failsafe on your panel. Some people have something built in that won't let that happen, so you protect your ship from lightning strikes and stuff.
I do. I have a whole house surge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your surge is...
Couldn't I bypass that?
Well, you are. When you go to your outlet, you are, because that surge protects it from coming in from the mast.
The main.
K&H Home Solutions, a company I've been familiar with and endorsing for like 30 years. These guys took it over from the original owner in business 62 years. Let's just put it this way. You can depend on them for durable, energy-efficient, beautiful, custom-fit windows made to their specs. And right now, those windows, they're offering free color upgrades. Normally, you get white windows or you have them painted, and that's terrible. So at the factory, they impregnate the color, and it is through and through with no maintenance ever. That's an upcharge usually for colors, but now you can get them to match your stucco or your brick or your home. And guess what? No extra charge for beautiful custom fit and custom colored windows. Just pick from their array of colors and go. You have a beautiful home. KHWindows.com. Make your own appointment. If you have any questions, 303-421-7100. It's a company I know and trust. Free color upgrades this month only. KHWindows.com.
I'm convinced, by the way, gentlemen, on newer cars, they know if you chip it. I don't give a fuck if you pull it out.
You mean it's recorded somewhere?
It's recorded somewhere.
Well, with the connectivity of the cars, they can see
it all
stuff.
The time. They do it all the time.
Well, I know, but up until there's a warranty issue.
Until there's a warranty issue, I think they could probably tell you, yeah.
I think anytime it's overwritten, there's a
Okay, I gotta upgrade
thing.
now.
Then they can
Son
go
of a
back and
bitch.
say, okay, did they do any updates on the computer at the dealership? Okay, that makes sense. If they didn't,
Right, they would know it.
they would say, what the fuck was this code overwritten by?
Now, would they chip a Tesla? Is there any reason to chip?
I don't even know.
The biggest reason people were chipping Teslas was for the auto drive.
The
or
biggest,
you know,
the
what do
biggest
you call
reason
it?
people chip anything is for more power, usually.
The autonomous driving.
What is the chipping? Like on my motorhome, it was so extraordinary. Do you know they actually derate those motors? Did you know that?
No.
What do you mean
Well, you get different shift points in the transmission. You get all kinds of
You
stuff.
may have a 500 horse, but then you don't get 500 horses.
Yeah, but they probably do that for longevity, don't you think?
I don't know why. Why would
Makes
they on a
transmission
Detroit
last longer?
on a Detroit diesel? Why would they take a 300 horse and derate, or 500 horse and derate it to like 4 something?
Less wear and tear on
420?
the driveline makes the transmission last longer.
But why do they advertise 500 horses?
Well, why make it 5 and cut it to 350? You know, why not just make 350?
It's capable of 5.
Well, like you said, they do on radios. You know, if you don't have the code to pop in there, you don't have the
For
GPS.
certain
You
features.
don't have the
Well, I think
base.
for certain vehicles too, you don't need to be hauling 80,000
You know they
pounds.
derate my helicopter too. They derate a lot of engines.
Why do they do it on helicopters?
I have no fucking idea.
Wow.
But you can't chip those.
And when they're derating it, is it from where to what?
It's only a few horsepower for some reason.
Not much.
It might be for the transmission.
I think it's different applications. They can
And
move that
also,
engine
they don't
into.
make an engine. I think it's because they don't make an engine exactly the horsepower they need.
Oh, right.
Right?
They can take that motor, put it in a semi
This
that
guy
needs.
says that generator will do 170 amps, 110, 65 amps, 220. This guy.
Well, so like I've got one of these Predators I bought at fucking what's that cheap place? Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight.
I've got Harbor.
So I don't know how big it is, but whatever. If I just kept on, say, 2 TVs and whatever,
The essentials.
Yeah, but when you say kill the main, how would I? If I kill the fucking main breaker, it kills all the breakers.
No. The main breaker
just doesn't go
kills
out.
that power from outside coming in, so it won't backfeed.
So you kill the main,
And
then
then
I would kill whatever other ones I don't want operating. Then I'd simply take a extension cord with 2 males and plug one in there and one in the other.
You're not supposed to, but my dad did that.
Yeah, but Mark, yes. Yeah, but
what could it fry?
Well,
It's
it won't
not
fry
fry
anything.
It just won't.
Well, then why are you saying but?
Well, because a lot of newer homes won't allow you to backfeed through an outlet. Because they protect you from
But how
faulty shit.
do they protect it?
Oh, you probably couldn't go through a GFI plug, right?
No, you couldn't.
Now, when you got this generator, was it for
Yeah, because it's
Suzanne's
not a
birthday?
short. That's
Shut
why I bought trip breakers for the surf.
I got her a 5K generator
For
Valentine's
Christmas.
Day. Yeah.
All those fault interrupters do are shorts. Voltage is not a short. That's the problem with over voltage. It doesn't trigger a short.
But yeah, you'd have to make sure everything was on.
I'm gonna blow something up and I'm not so pissed.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Just don't have anything on.
Valentine's present, yeah.
Which way?
Okay, I'm updating.
You need to stay a little more this way. She's got to be able to see Tom.
But also,
Stop
the
waving
cord's
your
gotta
hands.
be right.
Are we ordering food?
There's 2 plugins.
Like always, right? Right?
Sure.
Let's do
Find
it.
one that's correct, otherwise they can switch the 2.
No fake burgers.
What do you mean?
Not the ground.
Yeah, you missed the fake meat.
You mean the cord?
The hot and the return.
Well, you want it identical.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
Okay. Simply Floors Inc. The holiday rush, remember that. People wanted to know, what does that mean, Tom? It means they have a lot of selection, new stuff, and better pricing than ever, even though their normal pricing is great. SimplyFloorsInc.com. Okay, let's keep going here. And Roy's got a comment on the generator. But I wanted to ask Margie a couple of questions. Margie, listen, and I promise you, we don't mean to talk to you as if you don't know what you're talking about, but it's possible you don't know this generator and its applications to your home. But I wanted to ask something very simple. On this generator, do you turn off the main when you plug it into an outlet to feed your house?
Yes, we do.
Good. And do you go to your panel and shut down circuits so you're not pulling more than 17,000 watts?
Yes, we shut the whole thing down.
Well, then, you wouldn't shut the whole thing down. The idea is to power certain things. What are you trying to power?
Just lights and the furnace, refrigerator.
Okay. But has someone done a calculation for you to tell you what circuits you can keep on so you don't overtax the generator?
No.
Well, because it could be that when you backfeed into your home, that you are demanding too much of the generator and it will shut it down.
Okay.
Because it's only 17,000 watts. You can't power everything with 17,000 watts. Margie, no one ever truly helped her. I'm not hearing someone, using a generator is not plug and play.
Marjorie, didn't you have a generator on here before?
I'm sorry?
Did you have a generator before?
No.
So you decided to buy one, but no one ever came out to your home and talked to you. How did you know to get a 17K?
I don't know. My husband talked to people and said what we need to get.
All right. I think this is user error in some way. And Margie, not, as I said, not meant as a slight. Roy, you have a comment on this. Hey, what's happening? Shed some light, brother.
Well, a couple things you just got to is most likely, based on what she was saying, is she's leaving something like the electric hot water heater on, or trying to run the dryer, because that generator is probably rated at 15 or 20 amps of 220, which means that it couldn't even run a regular dryer. I lived off grid for 8 years and set up a number of homes to do this for people, and that's a common thing. You have to turn off your main breaker, and you have to shut down all of your large electric consumptions. It's really only meant to keep your refrigerator up and your lights on and stuff. But the other side of it is the generator could actually not produce 220 even though it's producing 110, because 220 is both sides of your generator pole and neutrals in the center. So if one side of the generating pole is shorting out or something, it can actually only produce one leg of it.
No, I understand, but it's it's probably something simple. What do you think?
Yeah, well, based on what she said, it actually comes up and works for a couple minutes and then shuts off. It sounds like it's tripping the breaker on the generator because she's over pulling.
Thank you. We got more comments, so I want to take them. We have, the one guy dropped off, Robert, but we have John. John, you have a comment. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, exactly what he just said. She's trying to run too much off that. If it's a portable generator that she can put in the back of her pickup and take down there, it's not going to have enough power to run air conditioning and heating and all that. She needs to make sure that she put a transfer switch in there, because just turning off the main, when you run it, it still can backfeed into the power grid.
How?
Well, I live down in Oklahoma, and we just had ours off for 2 weeks because...
But, bro, when you turn off the main, you're making a hard disconnect. How does it jump?
It still will jump.
No.
They told me that I went to the local electric company here in town.
No.
They said that if the power's going to be off more than a day, to call them, and they will come pull the meter. Check into it with one of your electricians.
You know what, John? Now we're talking magic. A hard cut on a master switch. There's no way for electricity to jump that and backfeed. What are we not hearing here? I don't know. 303-713-TALK. We have this Corvette problem. Still a problem. What was that problem? It was a doozy, and we're going to take a break and come back to it. Now, Christy, just tell us, what was that problem? The problem. We'll come right back to you. What was it?
The initial problem was when I bought it, it wouldn't start the next day, so I wasn't able to get it to pass stations.
Okay, and it comes down to not starting, right? And then, wasn't this the one where they won't work on it for you?
Right.
And you have a warranty, and they won't work on it.
No, I didn't have a warranty.
Okay, then there's someone else I'm thinking of. So this is one where you bought it and you had a problem starting it. We're going to come right back to you.
I mean, is it crank over, or it just cranks over and not start, or not?
I told
Said something about emissions.
Metro area freeway system, southbound 225 heavy.
What year is this?
Spillway at I-25 in the south end of town in the Texas area. Northbound
If you plug it in 220, so where does it go and split up to the 110 for everything else?
Well, no, you have.
You don't plug it. You don't plug it into a 110.
No, she's plugging into a 220.
Well, okay. If you plugged it into a 220, it'll just feed back to the panel, and then it'll go out because the 110 circuits only are connected to one leg, so it's just automatic. It doesn't know what it's feeding. But when you hook to one leg, you get 110. When you hook to both legs, you get 220.
I think the guy said in Oklahoma there, that's just with electric car, but he doesn't want anything, even with the breaker shut off. They just want to make sure that nothing comes on the
Zero
line.
down and zero to signing. Shop this Save Big sale online or in store.
No, my dad did it.
Ideal Home Loans for your next ideal home loan. I've been saying that for years. Why? Because I've been with these guys from the beginning. And Ideal Home Loans, locally owned and operated in Denver, for Denver. And of course, all you need to do is call them to get the loan started. And one thing I love to say about them, they don't have one size fits all. They will customize a loan for you. You can take the term you need. You can get what you need. They'll do credit optimization to get you better pricing. That's what it is, an ideal home loan. IdealHomeLoans.com. 303-867-7000. You know, so many people think, wait a minute, what does that mean, credit optimization? How do you make my credit better? They go in and tell you, you know what, your address was wrong, or you pay down this balance by $20 because you're just over the threshold of credit. Really, go call them. You'll get the expertise of IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000.
What is she trying to do with the generator? Is it
She
just
lives
back
out the
up?
country by Kiowa.
Okay.
And so the electricity goes off sometimes, so she just wants to be able to get by.
Sure. I was thinking about getting one of those at my house too.
Mark, I always get these emails still on these fucking luxury coaches. Oh,
everything I still read is basically saying don't do it, though.
Oh,
why would they say not to do it?
Not to do what, Mark?
To backfeed like that.
Well, I wouldn't do it either. I would have a special hookup. I'd have it hooked up.
So why wouldn't you do it? That's what I'm asking. What's the downside?
I just don't like the idea. I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. It just sounds weird to me.
It's just going to be dangerous if they don't do it.
It just sounds weird to me to actually send power through your
backwards,
shit.
yeah.
I can't. I don't know. I just don't know.
It works.
Well, yeah.
This is where this article says it's dangerous and may be illegal.
Well, it is if you're hooked up. They can't tell you what to do inside your house. There's no illegal shit about it.
I know, it's the part I don't get.
Oh, if you're backfeeding to the grid or something, it may. Well, I don't know if it's capable.
What, this guy says it's 17,000 watts, not 17 kW. Oh wait, kW is a kilowatt. I'm wrong. You're right. You're right. I meant the other way around. How do you express it then? 17.
Probably 1.7.
Go to the showroom and pick out your material.
How would you properly?
No. A kilowatt is less.
1,000 watts.
That's what then it is 17K.
Yeah, 17K. Yeah. You said 17,000K.
No, I didn't. I said 17K, 17,000 watts.
How would you do it?
But this guy is saying 17,000 watts is not the same as 17 kW. It is. I thought it was.
I think you messed up when you said it at first, though.
No, he said.
Where did he say it on Facebook or where?
Where you said amps.
Watts equals.
Kilowatt equals 1,000 watts.
Yeah, so I'm right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said.
Just think of grams when you buy a kilogram.
I think to put it in right, you're gonna have to have diodes or something so it doesn't back.
How would you do it right though? So you get a generator.
Okay, you get a generator, and usually they put them outside for the.
Right.
And then there's a main feed, and you have a main feed going into a Y, and you have your main power coming in from the grid, and then you have your generator, and there's a switch. And when the power goes out, it goes clip, and it switches over to the generator, and the generator starts. That's how.
So you don't do anything on your panel.
You don't do anything. Your power goes out, and after a few seconds, then what happens is voltage drops in this little computer panel, and it switches off the main,
turns the
and
generator.
turns the generator on.
Does it ever switch on the main, or do you got to do that manually?
I don't know, but I assume.
No, it's not the generator.
I don't know. I assume it does, but I don't know that. I honest to God don't know that. But those are slick. Hospitals have those. Now hospitals have uninterrupted power
because they have batteries.
Which means, they have something in between, but they don't
the
stay
batteries
on,
run everything.
But they don't stay on the
while
batteries.
The generators are going. Going.
That's right. And then they have a combination of the two that's conditioned so it never spikes.
Yeah.
Right.
And those
are
really
the ones that look like semi-trucks.
Uninterrupted power. Right. And this building has an auto start system, I think.
It doesn't work very well.
The lady with the generator, the problem, the generator's too small. It's 17,000 watts, not 17 kW. It is 17 kW. You are wrong. I'm there. You are wrong. There. I'm just going to
Kilowatt
say.
is 1,000 watts.
Right.
Is that like an 8-ball?
A lot bigger than that.
Hi, Tom Martino here,
3713-TALK. Listen, I appreciate the email there, brother, whoever emailed me. And he's saying, Tom, you got it all wrong. 17,000 watts is not 17 kW. It is. It is. Okay? I don't know how else to tell you. It is. And if you want to bet on it, I'd love to bet lunch because I could use some filet. Okay. Does equal. I'm just writing them back saying, moron. Okay, so, let's talk. Christy, since it's car day, when did you buy your 91 Corvette?
I bought it on 9/13 for $5,900.
50? How much? 50? Where'd you buy it, Christy?
JD Byrider on 64th and Federal.
JD Byrider. Okay, so now, did you get it checked before?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
My mistake, but no,
when you
I
took
didn't.
it home, it didn't start, or it never started.
It wouldn't start the next day.
Okay.
So we got a new
now
battery.
this is a very simple question. Did you have someone fix it?
You suggested that I tow it back to them and tell them that, until it's...
Wait. I suggested, hold on. Only if it's under warranty would I suggest you tow it back to them. You tow it...
No, it would have...
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
It would have passed emissions.
Oh, now I remember. Since you couldn't get it started, you could not take advantage of the 3-day coupon.
Correct.
Therefore,
I just couldn't even get it there, period.
And I said, I know that. So therefore I said, if it doesn't start and you can't get emissions, you should take it back within that 3 days to get your money back. And if it never started, they should extend that or get it started. What did you tow it back?
I towed it back at my expense. Okay, so when I pulled it in, they checked it out stuff, and they said, oh, it's the fuel pump. So they said, okay, we'll fix it, and we'll call you in a couple hours when it's ready. The next day about noon, I got a call, and they said it's ready to be picked up. When I went down there, they told me they put a new fuel pump in, but that was not the problem. That the problem was it had blown a fuse when I had put the new battery in, because I tried a new battery first. So they said because I hooked up positive before negative or whatever, that it blew a fuse. Okay, so long story short, when I picked up, it was running, and they specifically told me to go drive it around for 2 weeks before I go get the emissions to let the...
Well, it's too late. They tricked you then. If they told you to drive 2 weeks before taking it to emissions, they tricked you.
They did.
Yeah. They did. They tricked you because guess what, Christy? Here's what's going to happen. Let's just go through it. It doesn't pass emissions now, are you saying?
I'm sorry, what?
Does it pass emissions?
No.
Okay, they're going to say, well, she had a 3-day coupon, a voucher, that's all we had to do. And you're going to say, no, it didn't start. They're going to say, well, we got it to start, and then we told her to drive it around for 2 weeks. No, they're not going to say that. Christy's going to say, the reason I didn't go get my emissions, the reason, what? You
I
have
have it on tape that they told me to wait for 2 weeks.
Wait, you have them on
My
tape?
daughter happened to be recording it.
Okay, so now what you have is them telling you to wait 2 weeks and you agreeing to it, proving that you waited 2 weeks. So,
Right.
Well, okay. So what? They still...
I waited 2 weeks, I took it back.
Wait, but hold on. Do you have on the recording? Now, Christy, wait 2 weeks before taking it to emissions. Then, if it doesn't pass, we're going to do something for you. Do you have the second part of that? No, of course not. Telling you to wait 2 weeks and you agreeing to it just shows that you're stupid for doing it. It doesn't show anything else. Now, you're going to say they did it to trick you. They're going to say you did something during that 2 weeks that made it not pass emissions. That's why they give 3-day vouchers. I don't know what to say. We got to call JD. Can we call him? Can somebody call for this woman? Mark, can you... Look, will they admit that they told her to wait and therefore they're going to fix it? No. Well, let's try. Christy, what do you think? Do you think...
when I called back and told them it wouldn't pass again, they told me to go fill it up with premium and drive it through. So I did that for another week. Took it back, it still hasn't passed. So now they're going back saying, well, we put a new fuel pump in for you that didn't need it. I didn't ask for them to.
Christy,
and
listen. Christy, do you know what it's going to... Do we know what it's going to cost to get it to pass? Do you know what's wrong with it?
I have the admission paper right here that says...
All right, hold on. We're going to have some solutions for you that you're going to have to at least, listen, do a few of these things. Hold on. I'm Tom Martino. Hang on if you have a generator comment as well.
How about a full-blown furnace tune-up for only $19?
Okay, pizza has been ordered.
I think these guys are confusing kilowatt hours and kilowatts when they're arguing with you. That
Consumer advocate Mark Major, and I love Price Fixer's exceptional service and transparent pricing. These are the same guys that never charge a trip or diagnostic fee and have the lowest price guarantee.
Yeah, when they said though that she blew a fuse because she didn't hook up the battery,
no,
then that would
Corvette.
That would cause the, if anything,
I know I'm
cause
getting old.
the thing not to crank.
I know I'm getting older when females have less allure and the mechanical things are more.
You know,
hey, I'm trying to figure out what
you know what I mean in the main
Can you imagine having something like that?
Right.
But they just automatically send you an email when you click on it.
Doing that with the battery though,
What a
not
sneaky son of a bitch.
shorting something with
Growing
the
up, I
battery.
always
which
wanted to
hooked
fly
up
one
to
of
the-
but it
those.
doesn't start before she put the battery in.
God, is that beautiful.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
But that's when you know you're getting old.
With Tom Martino. Now, Dan Keplis at 4, 6:30, KHOW.
Trying to get the heater to the shop going.
Fluid flush, radiator flush. I need a radiator. I think I did.
You know, you can go to those strips in your antifreeze.
Now my
If the
computer's
pH levels
fucking
are
dead,
good,
and
you're
it was
good.
supposed to update.
I mean,
But in aluminum engine, should you do the red or the green?
well, it depends what it calls for.
No, but
So now
aluminum
my
engine
computer
is
just,
they-
my
That's-
computer just
Because they got
basically
green,
bricked.
blue, which is the same, I thought.
Oh, they got
red,
pink,
orange is
blue,
the same.
they
But
got-
isn't- aren't the reds the same? And the red light, red,
What
orange.
kind of car are you talking about?
Hyundai.
What does Hyundai recommend?
Look at this
stuff for
mean, look at
aluminum
this.
engine.
Well, just go with Hyundai's recommendation. Because even though the colors, there is no one fits all. Oh, it's kind of like training fluid. Don't you hear that? You get the universal fluid.
Right.
It's like, give me a break.
Well, Prestone puts one on and says, hey, we can put this in anything,
Sure,
no matter what.
of course they do. Why wouldn't they?
Because I heard if they
So a lot
mix
of
or certain
products.
ones mixed, they
Yeah,
can
but
kind of...
I would just, either use a universal or go just
Isn't
OEM.
that true though? If you mix regular antifreeze with
long
the
have you been
pink
flying?
antifreeze,
40.
It's just the additive package they have in it.
Let's see,
So
81 was my
and the
summer.
reason the color, so you can tell. Like
9/11.
Honda has the blue fluid. We call it the Smurf fluid.
Okay.
So what is
That
91?
has a different additive for lubrication with bearings in the water
91,
pump and different things.
1,
And different,
2011.
okay.
different metallic,
So 30
silicates
right?
and everything else in there.
No,
So
but what I'm saying is if you mix regular antifreeze,
But what's regular
30,
antifreeze?
oh,
Let's say
it's
a green
regular
or red.
green,
Just
right?
green?
Regular
It
green.
doesn't have the
But then the
silicate
year
protection.
before that
I was
was
told
the
it came
training.
up.
Because that was my solo.
Not so much gummit, but it doesn't have the
Did you ever fly for Channel 4?
Package that the other ones
I never. Because we had an older car that it was all they brought in there. I let Fox use my Fox 30. They had a flesh like.
That's just from the
rust
not
in the
taking
block.
care of it.
Yeah.
And the green is not rated for extended use. Typically, if you read it, it's you know. So if you go more than 2 or 3 years with it, you will get breakdown of the
Make
fluid.
sure the antifreeze good. You got a good radiator cap on it. The overflow bottles full.
Oh, it's not.
You're good.
Yeah, I just like I gotta add some. I don't want to mix it.
That's not the reason it gums, no. But I would stay away from the green only because it's not extended life.
When you fire up a John Deere 1 Series tractor, you can tap the outlets of the attachment. Hook up everything from a
Tell me about it. You got to see how many different training fluids we have.
so you can haul gravel.
15, I think, different ones. Yeah.
But can you? Is there anything that you can actually screw up? Like say it's drainage fluid or stuff. I mean, so you got
It's longevity more than anything else and shift quality.
But I thought Ford and Chevy make different. They want different drainage fluid.
They're all going to work. How well they're going to work and how long is
Some
it's hydraulic.
require full synthetic. Some don't.
It's all hydraulic fluid.
I think it's just another way to get more money for their stuff. To tell you the truth.
Mixing
This is a serious
oils.
time, a very serious investigation. Let's have that investigation.
Senator Gardner says he believes
Synthetic?
that impeachment inquiry
I
has
don't
been
think it's heard nothing.
He says he favors a bipartisan
Fine.
approach being taken
Don't
by
blame
the
them.
Senate Relations Committee and pass Vice President Trump for re-election. And the Swedish team famous for addressing world leaders on climate change last month
CrossFit's
did
better
not
than
win
no
the
thread.
Nobel Peace
That's
Prize.
true.
The finalists for this morning.
That's true.
She is in Colorado demanding action on climate change.
Good point. It's not CrossFit. Wow.
That's to hold it on real tight. But once you have to loosen it up, now you're
I
done.
feel bad for the guy that's doing that.
Just don't take it off.
Yeah.
That has gone worldwide after that UN address. She was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, which was awarded this morning
better
to
than nothing.
Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, who's credited with ending.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that in my house. Every once in a while we get power goes off. Just get a little concrete slab. You know what I'm saying? Put the generator. But here's my thing. How often do I use it? Like I say,
Delta Dental of Colorado. Sorry.
and then the fuel, the fuel in there. But because it takes 15, 20 minutes for the power to come back on at my house. So now you got the same fuel for 2 or 3 years. It's all gummy. And now when it goes to sugar. So, I've never done it.
Put that back. Go to a hotel.
Well, it's what you need, right? I mean, your refrigerator and freezer are going to stay okay as long as it's not 10 hours.
Stop opening them and checking.
Yeah, there you go. I remember when the power
Is
went
it
out.
still frozen?
We got all that snow. What was it? 6, 7 years, maybe 10 years.
Well, it's
ago, we
like
got
that
all
old
snow.
thing. You put a cup of ice in there with a coin, so when you come back, you can tell if it did defrost or not.
Dental of Colorado.
You ever heard that? You freeze a cup of ice, and then just put a coin on top and put it back in. If you come in and the coin's still on top, you didn't lose temperature. If you come in, your food's still good. If you come in and the coin's on the bottom, and when the freezer came back on, it refroze, you know it defrosted.
Everything else, you got to watch your food.
Wow.
Tell me that again. I like that.
You put a coin on a cup of ice.
That's frozen.
So say you're out of your house and you come back.
If the coin's not on top.
If the coin's not on top, it defrosts
But
and refroze again.
So, but never use a penny.
Well, but I am just wondering, you wouldn't know how long, because if it was well, it had to be long if it melted.
Well, if it comes back and you're in the middle, so...
Oh, you're right, however far...
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, or if it's at the
Because
bottom.
the power comes back on, the freezer refreezes.
Right.
So did it defrost
You know what?
completely or
Why
not?
don't we market something like that where it actually, depending on time, will tell you exactly.
Right, if it's halfway
There's a
in.
meter.
Right.
Just a little meter, and it tells you how long it's been off.
Right.
Or online at American Finance.
So I was thinking these aftermarket. Do they make like a clear film that you can put on your windshield? You know, like the NASCAR cars. You see them pull off that clear film. You see what I'm saying?
Rather
a new layer, you know, so the drivers can see because it's all pitted up.
I never thought of that.
Right.
I think it's like
See?
plastic.
Yeah, but with all of them,
Like
wouldn't it be diffused a little?
a vinyl membrane, and you know, you have a rock hits it, it protects it, all the chips. You just pull off another layer. Boom. Nice.
My windshield's so expensive.
How much is it for the little one in yours?
4. They got so
Oh,
much
God.
crap in them, yeah.
Oh my God. That's expensive windshield.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Car day today. We will emphasize cars, but take any and all calls. We took one on a generator that had us befuddled a bit. But really, I think it comes down to this. She bought a 17 kW generator for her home without doing any energy calculations, and she backfeeds it through an outlet, says it's not giving her 220, and also when she backfeeds the 110, it shuts itself down. I think she's overtaxing it. They've done no calculations whatsoever on what circuits to leave on in order to drain the generator. The generator's only going to put out a certain amount. Wayne's got a comment on that, and then we'll move on to other calls. Go ahead, Wayne. What's happening?
Yeah, they're all wrong on the transfer switch. It's against the law not to have a transfer switch. You cannot just shut off the main breaker.
Okay.
Because of human error.
We weren't debating the legalities of it.
We weren't debating any legalities, Wayne. Here's what we were saying. Once you turn off the...
Let me finish here a second.
Okay.
If you turn off that main and by accident turn it on when the generator's on, you could kill somebody down the line.
That's right. Wayne, we're not disputing the importance of a master switch at all. The conversation was this. The guy said even with a master switch off, the main breaker off, he said you can still backfeed, and I find that quite impossible.
No, you can't still backfeed, but it's a matter of safety.
Right.
And as far as the generator goes, it's a 17 kW, which would put out 70 amps on 240 volts.
We already said that too, right, Wayne? We love it. We love the information. We've been through that. Don't you think she's asking too much of the generator?
No, because it'll put out, it's 17 kW, so it should run a normal house.
You think so?
Without an air conditioner.
Okay. Well, for some reason, it's shutting itself down. Okay, I appreciate it. Christy, let's talk about the 91 Corvette you bought. They tricked you, basically. You know what? They're but at the same time working with you. But it all comes down to this. Here's the straight out truth. You have now a used car that you have to fix. Okay? You're not going to get them to do it, and you're not going to get them to say, oh yeah, we purposely or we told her to delay the emissions test, therefore we're going to fix anything that's wrong with it. They're not going to. So what you have to do...
I tried to reason with them this morning and asked them before I take any further action to file a complaint or anything, will you just talk to me? And they hung up on me pretty much. Said,
Chrissy, they're not going to talk...
as it is, and goodbye, click.
Okay. You understand you bought a car as is. You did not get the emissions test, and now you have a car that won't pass emissions. They did supposedly do a few things for you. I am not saying what is happening is right. What I'm saying is we have to deal with what's happening. You have a used car as is. Now what we have to figure out is what's keeping it from passing emissions. That's what we have to figure.
I've got the paperwork right here. I could tell you what it is.
What is it?
It's like the HCGPM. It's like double the limits.
What is that, Kevin? Do you know what that is?
It's hydrocarbons.
Hydrocarbons. So what causes that?
Misfires.
And is that a tune-up?
Possible, yeah.
It doesn't sound... Could it be serious?
It could. Yeah, it could have engine compression issues, would cause high hydrocarbon as well.
So, Christy...
Depends on the other numbers.
If it's drivable... You take it to one of the shops we know and trust, and they have to go through it. Now, after they go through it, if they say to you, Christy, this is a big piece of junk, and it didn't happen in the last 2 weeks, this for sure is a piece of junk, then we'll talk to them. But even then...
It's a $5,000 Corvette.
I know. So, Christy, you're going to have to do this. Is Christy the one that bought this? Because I don't know if I'm mixing her up with another caller. Why did you buy this car, Christy?
I just wanted something for my husband and I in our old days, just to have a nice car to drive around in.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
we'd be happy to check it out for her.
Listen, Christy, where are you located? What part of town?
Arvada. Colorado, Arvada.
If you can get it to Sheridan Auto Tech, they'd happily look at it for you. At no charge at first, just to see what's wrong. If they have to dig deeper, they'll let you know. But if you just want a good opinion, they're going to look at it for you. Suzanne, would you get her connected with Sheridan Auto Tech? Or Ugly Ed, when she covers her ears like that when I'm talking to her, if you could remind her, that would help. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, now, Joy, what's happening? Hello, Joy, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. Thank you so much for taking my call.
What's going on with you?
We're timeshare owners for a unit in Las Vegas with Holiday Inn, and they're offering a buyback, well, it's not a buyback, but a take-back program called Horizons, where they will take back your timeshare, and you just sign the deed over to them. Have
will they
heard
take
anything about this?
No, hold on now. Make sure, first of all, it truly is the developer doing it and not somebody who's just saying this. And it sounds like, because here's why. A lot of scam companies say, we're working with your timeshare to get you out of it, blah, blah, blah. They offer to take it. You deed it to them. They take it, but none of the responsibility, which means they take money down or they make some deal with someone, and they don't care if that someone makes payments or not. And when that someone does not make payments, recourse goes back to you. So here's what I want to tell you. Whether I have heard from them or about them or not is not important. Here's what is important, that the legal document they give you to sign releases you from any and all responsibility from the original developer or lender, whoever has you obligated for maintenance fees and all of that. Now listen, there is a difference between relieving you from recourse and indemnifying you. Do you know what the difference is? For example, I'm going to tell you the difference. Let's say the developer sold me the timeshare, and that developer is holding me responsible for all of the maintenance and all of the assessments, right? Now, if I sell it to someone else, I'm still on the hook unless that developer says, hey, we let you off the hook. Okay, now, and then they transfer the obligation to the new buyer. But what if Mark is the new buyer, and Mark says, don't worry, Tom, I'm going to indemnify you. That means Mark says that even though the original developer isn't letting me off the hook, Mark promises to step in my shoes and never allow me to pay anything again. But that means nothing. Indemnification means nothing. So, if you're going to sign over your deed, you do not want an indemnification. You want a complete and utter release of responsibility from whoever holds that authority right now. So it might be the original developer, it might be the developer who they sold it to someone, but it's really work on your part to confirm what you're doing. And here's what I say. If you can get someone to take a timeshare off your hands and relieve you of the original responsibility, you have just gotten rid of herpes.
Well, and the information actually came from the developer, the owners, last November, saying they were starting this program to take back deeds from people who no longer wanted their timeshares.
God, what a scam they have. Think about it. Here's what they're doing. They're selling it. They're telling people what great investments they are, then going right back knowing they're going to hate it, and they're going to get them back free and resell them. Oh, my God, what a scam.
You know what I would do, though?
What?
Spend a couple $100 with Finn on a referral list at referrallist.com. He's an expert in this stuff, and make sure you're not getting yourself in deeper.
Right. Now, the Finn Law Group on our referral list will happily look over any release, settlement, or document. He even negotiates them. Now I'm telling you, to negotiate one with him costs a few $1,000s, so I'm not telling you need to do that. But if you want to just use him as a legal mind to go through the paperwork, then you just pay by the hour. Joy, I would say do it. If it's true, do it.
Okay. Well, it appears to be true.
Good.
So, but I just wondered if you had heard of the program or
no, I haven't.
Anyone who's gone through it.
I have not heard of it, and here's the thing. I hope more and more developers do it. Listen, timeshares, they're the worst investment you can make.
If you've been thinking about purchasing a new Hiace?
I didn't know they looked like a snake. I was wondering why they called them snake. It looks like yeah.
Yeah, they're bad. They multiply like crazy. They eat everything.
Hey, what year was that Corvette?
91.
If it's possible, the water heater. Okay.
It should be that
Picture
bad. You
this.
make it pass emissions.
You gotta
the
move.
hydrocarbon would scare me a little bit.
You gotta move the
When
water
on
heater
91, you
install
get,
the furnace.
burnt valve, you get
Move the
compression,
water
low
heater.
cylinder.
Okay, one second. Okay, all right, I got you.
It is
Fix it 24/7. Fix it 24/7. That's the company I know and trust. Plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. We have a situation where they went out with a clogged drain for a free second opinion. Those people were told they need a new drain system. They were about ready to plop down. What was it? 14,500. Fix It was able to clean the line and scope it all for 1,500 to find out it was not broken. But they jetted it, they cleaned it, and then they cambered it, and then they diagnosed it. 1,500 instead of thousands. That's the free second opinion from Fix It 24/7. Now, of course, they fixed it, so it was not a free call, but it was a free second opinion. And let me tell you this, that saved them tons of money. Fix It 24/7 will do that for you. Free second opinions on any major repair. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939.
Why not make your own?
Okay, so they gotta move the water heater.
Okay, right, I got you. They do it, right. Now,
So they install the furnace.
Gotcha.
They put the water heater back together and move it back.
When you're using them, of course.
They forget to hook up the bedding. Okay.
That's why I love
But
my
forget about that. I don't even know I brought that up.
It's a wireless.
So that night,
super tank.
customer takes a shower, water backs up.
What do you mean by backup, Mark?
Well,
drains?
the floor drain, I guess, water backs up through there.
But what does that have to do with anything they did?
They send some, well, because it's never backed up before.
Okay, all right.
So they send someone
The
out.
floor drain in the basement.
Something under the furnace backs up.
Okay,
The
gotcha.
floor drain, I
Where
assume, for whatever reason, is under the furnace.
It's the drain that used to service the water heater. Okay, go ahead.
So it backs up. So they snake it out, say everything's okay. The person takes a bath that night. It backs up way the fuck worse. So now they actually have carpet and
But
water.
what I
damage.
don't understand is
They go back. Let me finish. They go back out. They snake it a third time. They haven't charged these people anything for snaking it. They snake it the third time, and apparently now it's working. But there's thousands of dollars of damage in, I guess, drywall and maybe carpet.
Unless, Mark, when you install a water heater, I'm talking to everybody, that's why I'm animated. When you install a water heater along with a furnace, whether you fucking move them or not, you never touch the drain system of a home.
So it's purely coincidence.
Well, yeah, I mean, unless they can say
Look at
this.
that.
What's that?
Unless they drop something down there.
Yeah, but think about a floor drain.
Right, usually there's a cover over it.
But think about a floor drain in the basement. If they drop something in that drain, even that drain was completely clogged, it's not part of the house. I mean, it's part of it, but I mean, all drains go to a main, and then the main drains out.
How about the fact they snake it and say it's fine, and there was no damage at that point, it rebacks up, and they had to snake it again, and that's when the damage
Tough shit. Unless they can... Look! That happens all the time, and you can only do what you can do. If they cause the problem, I don't see how they could have caused it. Here's the only remote possibility.
How do you tell if it's sewage or not? How do you tell if it's a backup or just water?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, it would matter if the water heater had some kind of leak and wasn't funneling into the drain, and it was just going everywhere.
Well, but that's not what you said. You
I
said
don't know. I haven't been
now,
out
here's
there.
the floor drain. Okay, now, there's the floor drain. Here's the basement floor. If they clog this whole fucking line, it would not affect the house unless some asshole who plumbed it puts the main...
How does it back up through there?
Huh?
How does it back up through that floor drain? When someone takes a bath and then they drain the bath,
okay,
how does it end up fucking coming back up through that floor drain?
Well, what I'm going to say is, it goes out the main drain, out to the drain. If that drain is clogged, it goes to the path of least resistance. It's not going to go upstairs. It's going to go to the basement. It always does that.
No, but hold on. I go to drain my bathtub.
Right.
Let's say right now I shove a fucking tennis ball into my drain by my water heater. You're telling me when I drain my bathtub, under this
Nothing
scenario.
will happen.
That's what I'm saying. So why is it backfeeding into there?
I'm saying it's
Because further
backfeeding
down.
because there's a problem further down, which these fucking guys had nothing to do with. That's why I'm saying it's.
So if they only snaked out, say, 10 feet.
Yeah.
Then they didn't go far enough, probably. But see, here's the deal. They were trying to cover their ass.
Szymanski said he has to do Monday instead of today. 3 o'clock.
They were trying to cover their ass, Mark. They were trying to cover their ass. So they snaked this where they worked to say, we didn't fucking do it. That's what they did. They wanted to make sure they didn't have anything in this drain. But there's no way this drain will affect the house drain. It backflows through there only because it's the lowest point. I don't see how they can blame it. It's an unfortunate occurrence, but Jesus, I don't know how they can be blamed.
Are we going to play racquetball Monday?
You know what my son-in-law does when he's doing projects like that, Tom? He'll fill the drains up with
Hi,
water.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Century RV, it's car day, so CentryRV.com is the place to go if you want to save some money. You can get used or new, and they also have service. CentryRV.com. That's Century as in the 100 mark. Okay, so I want to keep going here and help anyone we can, how we can. And Kevin wants to know how he protects his windshield. Are you a semi-driver or do you have a semi-rig? Kevin.
Yes, I am. I drive in the dirt. I've got an in-dump.
Okay.
And my windshield keeps getting all pitted up, from being in the dirt and rocks thrown on it. So I got to replace it like every 6 to 8 months. And I just got it replaced, and they tried talking me into putting like a clear bra on it, and they said that would help a lot better.
Well, hold on. Have they done it before?
No.
NASCAR does clear bras.
They've done it before.
NASCAR, I'm told NASCAR does clear bras. Now, clear bra might be a trade name, I don't know, but they do some kind of film. Suzanne?
Yeah.
So Rob Knight with Premium Auto Glass texted me, and he said that anything that goes over the glass completely will develop scratches and tends to weather quickly.
Right, and then you take it off and do it again, right. So, in other words, it might be just as expensive, I don't know. I mean, you might have to do it more often. But Mark Machowski, Budget A1, you were telling me about NASCAR. What do they have?
Well, they have this clear protective film that they put on the windshield, so after the driver does 30, 40 laps and they pit, they pull off a layer to expose a new layer of vinyl on the windshield.
We ought to look into that.
You
ought to look into that one, Kev. But really, what were these guys saying? That a clear bra would protect it? I can see where that would protect it for sure. But what does it do to your vision? It doesn't sound like it's that clear. Can plastic be that clear?
Yeah, super clear.
Well, of course it can, because tinting is.
Yeah, it doesn't last long, though. Doesn't last long.
It doesn't?
No, it gets pitted and dirty and crappy real quick.
What about normal normal tinting is done on the inside. That's why it lasts longer. So the outside, Kev, how much, do you have insurance? Does insurance take care of it, or how does it work?
No, I just replaced on my own. But the windshield isn't that much. It's only it's a 2-piece windshield, and it only costs like $150 every time to replace it.
$150. You'll never get anything cheaper. Is it $150 for half of it, or $150 for both halves? Okay, for each. So if you replace both of them, it's $300.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That seems like your cheapest solution, actually. Amanda, what's going on with you, Amanda? Welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. What's happening?
Thanks so much for taking me, Tom.
Yeah.
I have Children's Hospital Colorado after me with collections. I took my son there in July of 17 to have some labs done. We didn't have his insurance card, so they copied our IDs, took all of our information. Well, they never billed it to insurance.
Yeah, but
within the next 2 weeks, he was seen in the lab and admitted, and they put all of that through insurance.
Wait a minute.
So they had all the correct information.
They put the stuff through insurance the second time, but the first time you didn't have the information, so they did not do it, but then you brought them the information?
Yes, all of the information was provided.
Here's the problem, Amanda. Here's the problem. And I know you hate to hear this, but I have to tell you this. If when you provide stuff to a hospital or a healthcare agency to bill insurance, it's a courtesy, and they do it. If for some reason there's a glitch in that smooth running system and you have to bring back the information, really at that point, if they don't do it, ultimately, it is your responsibility to submit to insurance. Now, go ahead.
So he was only 2 weeks old. We didn't have an insurance card for him. So all of my husband's information was provided to them the day we went for the first service. That's all we had at that point.
Okay, but hold on then. Why are you saying they should have submitted anything if you didn't have anything to submit? Were you expecting to self-pay that day?
No. He had already been born, been in a NICU at a separate hospital. We were referred to Children's.
I understand.
We provided what we had at that point.
That child, upon birth, I need to know the terms of your husband's policy. They're not automatic anymore. So I need to know, was there a policy on your newborn?
Yes, we did all of the paperwork that the insurance told us we needed to do within the first 48 hours.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Then your child was insured. So now, even though you're in collections, and that's a pain in the butt, they'll still pay for it if that baby was covered during that period. So what
Children's is telling me that they won't because they never submitted it, and now Cigna is saying by law they don't have to pay it because Children's waited too long to submit it.
They did wait too long. They did.
So Children's is telling me
but it's not Children's fault. It is your fault. Technically, you're the one who's supposed to submit it. See, here's the problem. Healthcare agencies submit as a courtesy. And unfortunately, we have all learned how not to, how do I say, we've learned not to take that responsibility because almost all the time the healthcare agency, now the reason the healthcare agency submits it is because they want to be paid. And here's the bottom line. You are responsible for the bill. However, I think we can get around that glitch with Cigna.
Okay.
The fact that they did not submit doesn't mean they shouldn't pay for it. There is no law, hold on, there is no law that says they can't pay for it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's just, they're just using it as an out, which kind of sucks. Right. But I think we can get someone from Integra on to talk about this, our health insurance experts. So hold on, and let's try to get someone to talk about this. Mark,
this reminds me of our discussion this morning about MedPay and how every attorney, including ones we represent, love MedPay. In my argument, MedPay is just crap.
Okay.
It does nothing for the consumer.
By the way, this has nothing to do, it's not even parallel, it has nothing to do with it. It comes out of left field. But however, I will say this. It was a way for Mark to get that off his chest, and we did say we were going to talk about it. We're very busy today, but I will say this. He brings up a point that when I saw it on paper, I couldn't believe it. And suffice it to say, MedPay is not as clear and cut as it appears to be when it comes to paying medical bills. And we will go over that. Not right this minute. Again, it is a good topic.
It's parallel.
But when no, it's not. I know what you mean it reminds you of because it was an emergency room. You're right. I can see where that would spark, and there does seem to be a connection. He's not going all Joker on us. There is a connection. Now, Matt wants to talk about a deposit from a roofer. God, does this suck. Matt, hang on. We'll come back to this. Plus, Henry has State Farm auto insurance. I hope he doesn't have State Farm. If he does, maybe we can talk him out of that.
So, Mark, how did you win your lawsuit then?
Because they didn't want to hire an attorney.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, Skyridge is owned by UC Health, and they're corporate. They have no in-house counsel in Colorado. Just exactly what I was out of pocket.
Did they give your overage back?
Firm. Look at that.
Did they give you above the 2,000 back? I mean, above the 3? Oh.
No, I'm just not out of pocket.
I hear they're awesome to catch though.
To me,
they
broke the law in Colorado to benefit the hospitals.
But when they were
car insurance
prior to Obamacare,
I'll bet you they all do it.
No, isn't just Colorado the law?
I'll bet you they all do it though.
No, Colorado's the one that
Did it say
tries
up there?
to force that
just
med
quote,
pay.
is it
I think
taste?
they're really.
Oh, okay.
I do agree with Dan in a lot of ways. They're fucking the consumer. Because the only way out of med pay, I'm telling you, med pay doesn't benefit. I don't give a fuck what Fuller or anybody says. Here's what he's going to say. Doesn't benefit Mark. Just like an argument over Obamacare in fucking general. Yeah, it does benefit some people that don't work and don't do shit.
Simply Simply Floors Inc. I can't stress it enough. Make your appointment, then make your choice. You don't have to believe me, but you'll find savings up to 50%, 20, 30, 40. Normal stuff, right? An extra 5% during the holiday rush, plus a bunch of new product from Shaw. That means you get extra discounts there from $250 to $1,000. I mean, I can go on and on, but they have all kinds of floor coverings. All kinds, every kind. All you have to do is make your own appointment at simplyfloorsinc.com.
I weigh 329 pounds. I was a heart attack waiting to happen. I got under 400.
It benefits people that it just doesn't benefit me.
Just depends on how you cook it.
So John can argue whatever he wants. Bendinelli can argue whatever he wants. The fact is, me paying for it does zero benefit to me under any fucking circumstance.
I know, I see it. Mark, what happened? Why'd you pound down something? What happened? What were you pissed at?
Spilled water.
I usually
freaking Dan did something.
It's always Dan's fault.
Do you like my new chair? It's just like yours.
It's a major.
You know how I got it? It's a Kaminsky like yours. They don't even allow him to have their own chairs over there anymore. It's so uniform.
Yeah, but they're good chairs, aren't they? Oh, so you got one, you inherited one.
Yeah, I got a freebie. He said, I'll give it to you. So
He's
now
got it today, tomorrow it's mine.
Now, unlike you, I'll let any other host use it.
He calls it a major.
Wait. No, he doesn't normally take this away, does he?
No.
I'm up here.
See, I thought we'd have all new red chairs or something.
Oh, right.
Actually, the one Dan sits in.
I don't see that floor lasting out there. That painted
a lot of maintenance.
I love a good year.
A lot of maintenance on that.
Isn't Yutzy mouthy? He's a mouthy.
Come on, Yutz. You gotta shut up.
Yep. Too loud.
Bring it down a notch.
Come on, Yutz.
Will you jump in, please?
Yeah, I guess I should have when I said the overload on the generator, but...
Do you know about that?
He was the one that said it, and I took credit for it.
Yep. I should have tried it.
I didn't think about that. The feedback going back through the line, electrocuting somebody. That is.
Oh yeah.
That's the safety.
How would it electrocute?
Well, if you're working on a line and you cut power, you're not expecting power coming back the other way.
That's why they do it, because there's a lot of idiots out there that won't shut.
John with Integra, we got Amanda on the phone, and Amanda is facing a Children's Hospital, and she just needs to know blah blah blah. All right, and you are Amanda? Good afternoon, Tom. Thanks for having us on. Now, it's Amanda, and it's Children's Hospital. Amanda?
Imagine the amount of hours he spends with folks, though, that aren't even his customers. It's
oh, my God.
He does a lot of work, yeah.
Who is this?
A lot.
Integra?
All of them.
Yep.
They're just freaking slaves to the business.
They are.
I mean, it's almost like it's a mission to keep people informed.
I didn't get to listen mostly, except when you played my one.
God Almighty, did they have question after question after question?
So they got hit hard, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's one of those
I had to
topics
take
that's
calls.
hit or miss, man.
I had to take calls in between just so it wasn't all.
I'll tell you the one that blew me away one day was when the eye surgery guy was in Linsky, what's his name?
Let's get him back lit off. We got to get them back.
We're good. They're good. We're all good.
I know, but Wolf says he doesn't know what they're going to do after the end of this year.
Well, they're crazy. It doesn't matter. You know what I did? The last 2 referrals I sent to him, I copied her so she can actually see it and match last names.
Can't other ophthalmologists do clear lens exchanges? They don't own clear lenses.
No, that's it.
I got to do that. When you got yours there, what did you feel when they did your clear
lenses? You got the
lenses?
cheap ones.
Nothing. Nothing. I was under anesthesia.
Well, I understand, but can you feel him just poking?
Nothing.
There was an irritation when he came
Wow.
out of it. I mean,
Really?
slight irritation.
Well, sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
And they did one eye at a time,
Yeah.
so your other eye, you know, that they're not working on is fine. And
Dude,
you
Yeah,
don't
but
feel
you're not
nothing?
awake, man. You're in a twilight. You don't remember anything.
Oh,
like when they
you're
did his-
asleep.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you were
hold on.
awake.
They can't put you asleep because of the general anesthesia in your
You're
eye, but
almost asleep.
it's called twilight. Trust me, you don't know anything.
Did they do
Oh,
the same?
really?
Were
You
you
okay?
in Twilight when they did your penile implant?
We'll videotape it so we can put it on YouTube
Twilight.
later. Yeah.
Listen, Mark.
Okay.
It's totally timeless. You go like this.
And it's done.
It's like when you buy a good
Twilight, you're pretty much out.
Okay.
Twilight also
Interesting.
with Versed, is it? It's that forget me drug.
Okay.
Is that anything you would remember you don't remember?
If you ever get probed with they do a deep probe in your colon.
Yep, I have to do that. Yep. I
Hi,
don't
Tom
remember
Martino.
Twilight.
This hour
Oh,
brought to you by Panacea Life Sciences.
I cannot stress enough, you are being inundated with CBD products. Everyone has one. But Panacea, it works. It really works. They're pure. They're made right here in a pharmaceutical lab in Colorado. PanaceaLife.com. And Mark, what's that new website? They said we could use it.
They did.
Yes, what is it? Oh, now you don't even know. I got to figure it out. Okay, it's a great website.
Heal the pain.
No, don't say it. Don't say it unless it is the one. Seriously, because otherwise what's going to happen is we're going to send people elsewhere. And I want to send it to the right one. So anyway, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have it forwarded, but we have to give out the right name. Let's go to Jared. Jared is with Integra Insurance. And Jared, you can maybe give us some information. Jared, you know, most insurance contracts say in order to pay, the bill has to be submitted within a certain amount of time, right? You know, like if it's not submitted for a year, I mean, the insurance can say, wait a minute, you're supposed to submit within 30 days or 60 days, right? Don't most contracts have some kind of reporting date, deadline?
Well, I don't know the statute of limitations exactly of how you report your bill, but you can always go back, especially if you really want it taken care of. Just go to the Division of Insurance, and it'll be taken care of in 2 weeks.
Here's why. Let's explain this. Amanda, she has a child, all right, back in 2017, and the child was a newborn. They did all the paperwork within 48 hours, and they've had several procedures that were paid by Cigna. However, Children's Hospital, for one reason or another, did not submit one of the procedures for this baby. Now listen to this. They submitted after this, but not that one period in July. So, in July of 2017, she gets this bill that was never submitted to Cigna. Cigna now says we're not paying for it because Children's never submitted it. Okay, now technically they're correct, but if she can prove, hey, this baby was covered during that time, you even paid for other procedures during that time, is there anything we can do, Jared?
Yes. So you got to remember, with the ACA, it's regulated, and the Division of Insurance is a consumer advocate for you. And so right now, what she can do is just get a hold of the DOI. If the DOI contacts Cigna or Children's, I guarantee.
Oops, hold on one second. I did something wrong. I disconnected Amanda, but we're going to get her back. I'm sorry. So listen, Jared, but you can pretty much, can you hold her hand a little through this if she calls? You guys are great at this, and that's what we're going to do, Suzanne. We're going to have Integra take a look. Now think about this, by the way. Integra has helped dozens and dozens of people who are not even their client. So if you're looking for health insurance, you will never find people better. You'll never find people better. Amanda, Jared over at Integra said he'll hold your hand through this process and show you how to collect.
Great. Thank you so much.
And you know what? These guys are good. And I'm just saying this, Amanda, truly. Integra Insurance, it'll cost you no extra. You'll never find insurance brokers better, ever. 303-466-5500. So, Suzanne, put her in touch with Jared. Thank you. And then on that CBD product that works, Panacea, here is the other website. Help My Pain CBD for CBD products, right? HelpMyPainCBD.com. How cool is that? I mean, that is really cool. HelpMyPainCBD.com. All right. Matt wants to get a deposit back. What does that mean? Well, let's find out. Matt, what's going on with you?
Well, I made a mistake. I had a roofing company give me a quote on my roof, and I wanted to go forward with it. And they sent me over an invoice to pay electronically, and I paid it. $10,000.
How did you find this roofer? Let's just make sure it's a good roofer. How'd you find him?
They were referred to me by my insurance adjuster.
Wow, that's weird. That would be the last
name.
one I use. The last one. Okay, go ahead. What happened then?
Well, then they came. I got a couple quotes, and I went with this one. Send them the deposit prematurely, because then I started looking for a contract, which I didn't have, and then I asked them for the contract. They sent a contract over without any details, just referring to another document number. I said, "Where's that document?" And they said, "Well, it doesn't exist yet. We're waiting to get more details from your insurance company." I said, "Wait a minute. I've given you deposit too early. Give me my money back, and we'll continue with this." You know, if we'd been sitting at a table, he would have slid the check back over to me, but we weren't at table. And now I said, "I want my deposit back." I emailed him that. He pretended that I didn't ask.
Well, listen, you didn't sign a contract or anything, right?
Correct.
Well, give your damn money back.
Yes.
Well, did you cancel the check?
It was electronically paid. I went to my bank. They said, "We cannot get that money back."
Right.
So then this guy says, "Well, we have a 30-day process. It's going to take 30 days to get you your money back, but I'm working on it, and I'm trying to speed it up."
What's the name of this roofer? I think we ought to warn people about him.
Kinetic Restoration.
Kinetic?
Yep.
What the hell does that mean, kinetic?
Kinetic. Kinetic.
Okay, kinetic. Okay.
I've seen them around.
You have?
Oh, yeah, they have lots of trucks.
Kinetic what? Exchange or kinetic what?
Restoration.
All right. Now, who did you deal with at Kinetic Restoration?
Nate Sapington.
Is he the owner?
I don't know.
No. Here's what happened. You got a salesperson who won't get paid. He won't get paid commission for 30 days. And I'm telling you, he's doing this because he wants his commission.
I believe you're right.
I know it is. So here's the deal. You need to get a hold of somebody at Kinetic that isn't an idiot. And somebody...
They don't answer the phone at the main office. He answers his phone, but they don't answer their phone.
How the hell did you find them?
Yeah.
Your adjuster. Well, call your adjuster.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, I can't believe that these people don't even answer their phone.
I'm thinking of just driving up there. It's in the tech center. I'll just drive up and...
Wait, where in the tech center? Where in the tech center? Maybe I'll just drop. Where?
Well, I've got the address here.
Where are they?
14 Inverness Drive.
There you go.
And of course they have an A+ rating with a Better Business Bureau, and their customer reviews, their average is 1 star. So, you know, the Better Business Bureau is the biggest joke I have ever seen in my entire life. Not only are they a dinosaur and outdated, they are also inaccurate and idiots. That's what they are. They're I just can't believe that people even check with them anymore. God, to say they suck is giving them a compliment. They haven't risen to the level of sucking. And I'm talking about the Better Business Bureau. It is a dinosaur. Its time has come and gone. And you ought to spread the word about that. We have more coming up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
discovery, wasn't it? Very.
It looked like a Mercedes
Oh, no, I wonder what kind of stone that is inlaid in those three pieces. That's really cool. Yeah. Really cool stuff. Well, what's that one they found? Was it in England?
That's
From that guy, the farmer? Remember that
That's
one?
Last Friday, so maybe
Oh,
it's the
yeah.
Thursday,
Oh,
regular
thousands of
Wednesday,
gold pieces.
inspection
Yeah.
failed,
That was amazing. Oh.
Yeah.
So that was Thursday, so it was Clint. I bet it was Clint.
All right, let's do it. Come on.
Tell him to get it right.
Yeah, yeah.
Your sniffer must be broken. You didn't smell it coming
No,
out.
I didn't. Yeah, that was an amazing discovery.
Oh, Rob.
You want a cap for your water?
American Restoration 24/7. I want you to put this name away for when you need it. I hope you never need it, but they come after a fire, a flood, a storm, mold, chemical contamination, toxins, asbestos, meth, lead. Listen, if your property has experienced a trauma, American Restoration 24/7. Remember this number, 833-7-AM-REST. 8337-AM-REST.
Hey Tom, that Connecticut Restoration does everything. I mean, they do all the stuff that.
You know what? Try to call
AM
them.
Rest.
Let's try to call these ass. Oh, they do.
They do that. They do roofing. They do.
Yeah. I saw their website.
I don't know why he does not want to use them. This guy here in this last one, this Matt.
Doesn't want to use who?
Well, he said he paid a deposit. I should go ask him what he wants to do.
What are you bitching about?
I'm not bitching, Mark. Hey, there's always paper towels over there.
Jesus Christ, it looks horrible. I got so mad because
it happens.
Dude, it couldn't have. I mean, it fucking literally. I pulled a Martino, no matter how I looked at it.
I switched cameras.
I pulled a Kaminsky. I like when he goes, we're getting to the point where it's going to be known as a major now. Fuck. Damn it. I hit myself 3 or 4 times that game. That's nice. There's nothing more frustrating than when you hit a very hard serve and it comes back and hits you. It is the most frustrating thing in the world.
Oh, no, what's worse is when you hit it against the wall and it hits you in the head. You know the back wall? I did that last night.
Oh, you did?
Well, I always turn my head.
Was it a good one?
Well, it hit the side of my head. I mean, it was hard.
Did it go clunk?
So,
did it make a hollow noise?
Check on Dan when he doesn't come back. He's in there practicing and he's out cold and
I mean,
that would be you knock yourself out cold, but you're the only one.
You're the only one in there.
I'm in concussion protocol.
Someone was trying to tell me as you get older and you get up to pee, you'll faint.
Yeah, that's what they said. Somebody called that.
I'm like, I've never heard of this.
When you get up to pee, what now?
Has this ever happened to you guys?
You get
up to pee in the middle of the night and you fucking pass out.
Somebody called in.
Have you ever heard of it happening?
No.
Yeah. Tom's trying to start telling me it happens all the time. I'm going,
no.
Who the fuck's this
said
happening
because
to?
when you get up from sleep and you're older, your blood pressure drops.
Have you ever heard of anybody it's happened to?
And then when you urinate, your blood pressure further drops.
It's fake news.
You must be urinating a lot.
I think what happens is that whoever it was fell back asleep.
Boy, that speech Trump did, and oh my God.
Was it good? Oh.
Well, some of the lines out
An hour and 40 minutes.
Did you read the one about Biden? The reason he was such a good vice president, he knew how to kiss Obama's ass.
I couldn't believe it when he said that.
He said that?
You mean from a few nights ago?
Yeah, last night.
Oh, last night in
I
Minneapolis.
was watching the football game, bro.
They had. Did you see that?
I couldn't believe he said that.
They had riots. So that's what he said. The reason he was such a good vice president. He said that last night.
Yeah. Couldn't believe it.
What was weird is Obama really hasn't said, "Hey, vote for Joe."
Right.
Well, you know
he's
why?
not endorsing him.
Right.
Yeah.
He smelled
no, the backwash.
Obama's old lady's hair, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Smelled Obama.
The backwash that's coming from Biden, Obama wants to be far away from.
And I'll bet you Obama had things to do with that. That they pressured
He
him.
knew. There was no pressure. He knew, and he just kind of.
Oh, right. You're saying Biden put the pressure on. But they put the pressure on to get rid of that guy that was investigating him.
That's
right.
Biden
even says it.
The whole
Why
thing.
doesn't that matter?
Well, the whole thing stinks. I mean,
of course, yeah.
You know,
why would it matter if they put the pressure on to the guy that they would need to fire him to get the $1 billion?
And then Biden's son.
But I'm just saying it doesn't matter to the media because they don't care about that.
Right.
You know.
Oh, right. Yeah, the media's.
They're not going to talk about it. They're not going to.
Right.
You know.
I see what you're saying.
And Biden's son. God.
But how does a guy, go to China and get $2 billion equity?
And like I said, so he got a special exemption to go in the military because he was too old.
Yep.
Right?
Well, that was the Coast Guard or reserves or something, yeah.
Was it the Coast Guard?
I think Coast Guard reserve.
I need those Integra
And he got bumped.
Yeah, and where is Biden?
Could have been Naval Reserve.
No, I need new ones. I sent you new
And then he got kicked out for coke.
Yep.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
And where's Biden's son with all this? He's not commenting on any of this.
What's he going to say?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Are you going to go see Joker,
But the meeting
man?
he got in
Of
China
course I am.
when he
No,
went
I mean
over
like
on
this weekend.
the
Air Force Two.
Air Force
I
Two
just say that because
was
you
with
were
the
watching
head of
all
the
this
Chinese
stuff.
banking.
I mean,
Man.
Stephanie won't go with me.
It
you
is
could say the son could say,
incredible.
I did not have
The
any
descent into
financial
hell is
relations with that
incredible.
And I
country.
want to, and I will.
In fact,
Well,
they do
Biden
it
said
so
he
well.
never even knew this guy.
You actually
from,
feel bad for him,
what's the
even
name
though
of the
he's a
country that
madman.
Russia-
Does that make sense?
And
Zelensky?
No, the country. Ukraine.
Oh, Ukraine, right.
And they got
It's
a picture
kinda
of
like
them,
how we
all three
feel
of them
about
playing
him.
golf. Hunter,
Yeah.
Jim, and Biden
And then he
playing golf.
says, I never talked to my son about any of this.
Yeah.
You guys got to go see Joker, man. It is phenomenal.
Is it?
Hi,
Best
Tom
movie.
Martino here, 303.
713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I'm missing my plug, my little plug, the little adapter. I can't use my headset. Can I have an adapter if we have one? 303-713-TALK. 713, oh, here it is. I got it. 303-713-8255. So let's go right to the phones here. I just had a little problem with that hearing device. Okay, now, State Farm Insurance, he's back. Also, getting a deposit back from the roofer. We're working on that as well. So hang on. This Kinetic company we're trying to get a hold of, man, they do everything. And they have terrible reviews, but an A+ on the Dinosaur Better Business Bureau. And I don't know, they just won't give the guy's money back. He never even signed a contract. Of course, I'd start a suit in small claims court, and I'll tell everybody about Kinetic. I will tell everyone about them and how they suck, but we will try to get a hold of them and get their side of the story. It sounds like they suck from what we're hearing. Henry, what can we do for you, Henry? Welcome.
Thank you, Tom, for taking my call.
What's happening?
No, you were saying that, no, I don't have State Farm Insurance. My daughter has. I know better.
Oh, so tell me, what can we do for you?
Well, my daughter has an accident about almost 2 months now. They have not fixed the car. The car is still sitting over at the body shop. They claim that there was a problem with her payments.
With her what?
She went to the bank, got all her statements.
Wait,
the bank,
are they saying a problem with the insurance payments?
Yes.
Are they saying the insurance was lapsed?
Yes.
Okay, then what they need to do is show you the letters they sent to her canceling the insurance. They're required by law to give her notice.
No, she never got a notice.
Well, do they say they gave her a notice? I'm not asking her. I'm asking you to ask the insurance company. Can they provide letters that they mailed to her?
No.
So they admit they never said. They're going to tell me, oh, he's right, we never canceled her. We lapsed her policy without telling her.
Yes.
They will say that.
Yes. That's what they're saying. And tell them
okay. Well, hold on. Then it's done. If they will say that, you take them to small claims court for all of the damages, and when the guy comes from State Farm, you simply say, is it true that you lapsed my policy? She'll ask, is it true you lapsed my policy without warning me? And they will say yes, and then the judge will order them to pay.
Okay.
Yep, you'll win. Because here's the real deal, though, Henry. They're not going to admit that. Why do you say they're going to admit? Henry, do you really believe that State Farm Insurance is going to say, we did not give notice and admit that?
No, I don't.
Then why did you say they would? I mean, that's what I'm getting at. They're going to say that your daughter ignored their notices. So have your daughter ask for copies of the notices.
Okay. Okay, I will do that.
Does your daughter say she got anything at all to indicate? Why didn't she pay? Or did she pay?
She paid. She paid. She went to the bank and got the bank said they took the money. The bank said it wasn't returned, and they still they're not doing anything. They said a standstill.
Wait a minute. State Farm Insurance is claiming they were never paid, and your daughter has bank records showing she paid every premium.
That is correct.
The insurance commissioner's office will take care of her immediately. How much damage are we talking about?
How much? 9,000. About 9,000.
And what's her deductible?
500.
Listen, they have to fix the car. Okay? They have to fix it. She has a policy. They've never, but they're claiming. When did they claim her insurance was lapsed?
Probably in July. But tell them the thing about it is they wouldn't even pay to have. We had to pay out of our pockets to get the car towed from from the accident where they took the car.
Yeah.
We had to pay from that at our storage yard to have the car taken over to the body shop. We had to pay out of our pockets.
How much is the damage going to be? Around 9?
About 9, yes.
Okay. The other party, she's at fault?
Yes, and she did not have insurance.
Well, that's what they're saying. Oh, wait. The other party was at fault?
Yes.
Does your daughter have collision coverage?
Yes, she does.
And State Farm will not pay?
Yes.
Okay. Correct. You heard what she has to do?
Yes.
She has to sue both the other party in small claims court, plus she has to sue her insurance company. And she has to sue her insurance company for in fact, we're going to send you to somebody on this one.
How many times does this come up? These insurance companies.
I want to get Denver trial attorneys on. Hold on. Let's get them back on the phone.
And then the roofing company, the same way. Some of these homeowners' policies, they just refuse flat out to pay. It's insane.
Hold on, Henry. Do you know how many cases we have against insurance companies coming up? You got to hear this. We're going to get Denver trial lawyers on to talk about this. This is their specialty. This is their specialty. Bad faith. And Henry, this could be a windfall for your daughter because I think they should go after him tooth and nail. All of you, hang on. We'll be right back. I'm Tom Martino. Don't forget, referralist.com. Save all your problems for me. We go another 2 hours. Ideal Home Loans. For your next ideal home loan, you've heard me say that before, because they have programs made for you, and they will pick a loan program right for you. For example, if you're approved, approval means you can get a loan, but with Ideal Home Loans, they go beyond the approval with credit optimization. They tweak your credit in order to...
I think that's where these companies stand now. They're just not going to pay.
Wow. Well, don't you have agents that would State Farm?
Yes, absolutely.
Listen to how crazy this is. Self-insurance. So it's a self-funded plan. It was Carpet Mill Outlets, wasn't that it? I think it's Carpet Mill Outlets. So instead of having an outside company, they're self-insured for health insurance. Then they hire someone like Aetna to basically just manage it, okay? But it's their money. This woman goes off a fucking cliff in her car. Off a fucking cliff. Down a big fucking ravine, the whole bit, man. She is fucked up. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah. She's alive, and eventually she'll be okay. They said because she was drinking, there's no coverage. Okay? Now, that is actually in their policy, but all of our attorneys say you can't do that. So that's one issue. But they can't even prove she was drinking, because they never did any kind of DUI. She went right to the hospital. They're just assuming she was drunk. Now, she might have been. In fact, if I had to guess, I would assume she was. And they might have other stuff like someone saying, oh, she left a party and she was drinking a lot. But they have no toxicology on her. So they're flat out refusing to pay the hospital bills under the insurance coverage. So, but Marco Bendinelli picked it right up, and he's fucking going after him. He can get 3 times whatever it was. If they're refusing to pay $200,000, that could be a $600,000 case.
Plus attorney fees.
Oh, absolutely, plus attorney's fees. And then the one we get with the roofing companies are unbelievable. They'll come out, listen to these. Every fucking house in the neighborhood gets a new roof. And the one poor guy with some fucking weird insurance, they say, oh, there's no damage. But everybody else is damaged. You go up on his roof, you see the damage. Right. The insurance company just says, there's no damage. I mean, that's where they stand on it. We're not going to pay anything. Your roof's not leaking. There's no damage. So we found this new attorney now. I don't know how he does it, but the magic sauce is he writes a letter. They have 14 days to respond. If the insurance company does not respond in 14 days, they end up getting treble damages for it.
Wow.
And they're doing it left and right. They literally opened up a branch in Colorado just because how bad it's getting now. Now, admittedly, they're egregious in these cases, but man, it's shocking how many they are.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's some 14, they say Colorado is #1 in the country to go after bad faith. Wow. #1. We've got the most consumer-friendly laws compared to any other state. I think Texas is like #2. One of the worst, though, is Florida. They said going after your own insurance company in Florida, they don't even have offices out there because you just, even if you win, you don't get shit.
Florida's weird.
Wow.
So you gonna get some Chinese food now, Mike?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Maybe. What are you doing with Chinese food? Mix it all up. So, have you ever heard of this Kinetic restoration company?
They do everything. They do roof restoration.
Mark, have you ever heard of them?
What's that?
Kinetic restoration. We'll give this deposit back. No.
I can see the 30-day thing. It doesn't take a company like that to do that. I gotta get my phone here.
Restoration. Oh wow, 1 star.
Another record for marijuana sales. The big thing on that marijuana sales is I think that tax money is just going into a general fund. It's not getting.
Oh.
They're just freaking wasted. Just like they're trying to do to pass that. You guys know those 2 that they're trying to pass here in the next.
I hadn't read them, but I've seen them. Yeah.
Well, they're both okay. So on the
the tax and the gambling for water.
You should say yes.
Yeah.
I think. And on
well, that's the one way they're going to get gambling passed.
Here's the problem.
That way, Mark can stop going to his bookie.
What's the amount? Right. What's the amount going to be? If it's $100 state limit, who the fuck's going to gamble here?
Well,
nobody.
No matter what. I mean, that's not in the bill as of yet. They haven't put that in.
Yeah, but I think right now what it says when it comes to gambling in Colorado, the maximum is 100. It doesn't say the maximum's 100 on poker, 50 on blackjack, 25 on this.
No, you're right.
It says it's $100 max.
Yes.
Who the fuck's going to gamble $100?
I'll look that up. When I read that, it didn't say.
And if you have to go up to the casino to place the bet,
no,
who the fuck's going to drive to place the bet?
They're not going to do it. It's just got to go through a casino.
Yeah, okay. So like you can log online.
Right.
But $100, no one would.
Well, you just have to log on, 22 times.
How are they going to take the payment?
Well, just like anything.
Well, I guess you're right. Did you see how much these guys are playing for? Holy fuck, man. I watch this all the time. It blows me away.
Oh, yeah, the poker tournaments?
No, watch here. I'll go back to it. Here's where gambling's going, guys. I'm just fascinated by it. This is actually live right the fuck now.
Oh, okay.
Literally live.
Oh, blackjack?
No, but when I say live,
there's real people.
These are real people.
Oh, yeah.
This table, here's this guy's playing 20K a hand.
Wow.
See, when I say live, I mean live. This guy's literally live.
Okay.
And if I sat down at the table, then you see your cards and stuff.
Where is this?
This is offshore somewhere in the UK.
Yeah, I was going to say, because, we can't do it here.
But this is where when I say live shit on the internet's going, I mean like fucking live.
Wow.
That's a real guy dealing real fucking cards.
Well, where are the people? I don't see anyone sitting down.
I watch guys playing, I sat down, at any given time, there's guys playing 150, 200K a fucking
Well, before Poker Stars got busted, I used to play on there, and I see guys sit down and blow through 20 grand in 2 minutes.
Like that?
Yeah. Like it's nothing.
How do they collect? Would you pay in advance?
These guys, you have an account.
Well, before
they've got cash.
The one Poker Stars, they had a bank in California. Because I got checks from them for California.
Watch, I bet you anything on this table, there's someone playing for at least 50.
Wow.
Maybe not. I could be wrong.
What's the least you could play for?
You know what this does for people with gambling addictions?
Oh yeah, you kill. It would kill even people that didn't have gambling addictions.
Well, you convince yourself that
This
you
is
can win that
low.
money.
This is low limit table.
Is there low limit tables?
Yeah, you can play it. What's weird about this? You can.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere, where we are solving problems every day, answering questions, taking complaints, and making your life a little easier. This hour brought to you by Panacea Life Sciences, PanaceaLife.com, or better yet, the CBD products that work. HelpMyPainCBD.com. HelpMyPainCBD.com for Panacea Life. And they have the chewables. I love those. They have the soft gels, and then they have what they call edibles, which are really just like these cherry bombs. They call them some cherry flavors. And then, of course, creams are wonderful. Mark's going to try that. Yeah, we have a bunch of new product on the way. They're good people. PanaceaLife.com or HelpMyPainCBD.com. I want to go to the phones. Listen, it's car day today. It doesn't mean we only talk cars, but it's an emphasis. And we talk cars, we talk insurance, we talk repair, we talk maintenance and purchase. We also have another one about car insurance, and I think this is bad faith. Mark asked a question, how many times does it happen? It seems that every week we get calls from people who are facing what's called bad faith. That's when they unreasonably deny your insurance claim. And we are going on a mission against it. We really are, with attorneys and public adjusters and all other kinds of things we'll be revealing in the future. Right now, Ryan, welcome. What's happening? What's happening, Ryan?
Hey, so I just wanted to start off. So Frank Duran is an incredible real estate agent. Like he has, I don't even know how many customers, and he makes you feel like you're his only customer.
Oh my gosh, I've said it before, and you just said it for me. He does.
And exactly. Yep. And secondly, if the listeners haven't listened to the podcast, Mark has a mouth like a sailor.
Oh, tell me about it. What are you talking about?
Goodness.
It's not true.
I've listened to the podcast.
Deny. So listen.
Oh my goodness.
You're on. You listen online as well, and you say you can hear during the breaks. We talk about a lot of stuff. It's fun. What can we help you with, though? What's happening? And you told us you use Frank Duran. You love him. What else?
Yes. So we're in the process of buying a home, and I wanted to know if that the mortgage inspection, the inspectors that the mortgage company hires, are they thorough enough?
No.
Or should I get my own inspector?
No. Mortgage companies, first of all, a lot of them don't even send inspectors. I don't know which one you're talking about. Sometimes with FHA, the appraisers, that's what you're talking about. No, they absolutely should not be depended upon at all. What you need is an inspector looking out for your interests. I use the one on our referral list, one of them on our referral list I loved. And he did a great job for me. And, go to the referral list and pick an inspector. They're great. Okay. And I'm telling you, don't ever not do that.
That's just, how do you fit that into the closing? So is it just once you put in your offer?
Frank will take care of that.
Frank home front inspections.
Yeah, Frank will take care of all of that for you.
I'm going to throw something else out there, though.
Yeah.
I love a home inspector for a general glance over.
Of course.
I actually called up Plumline. I had them send out an electrician, a plumber, and an HVAC guy to look at my house as well.
You can do that, too. You see, when I make a serious deal, I have a home inspector. I have an HVAC guy. I have an electrical and a plumber. I also check the drain. I actually have it cambered. I do a foundation, and I then have a contractor. When I go in and make an offer on a house, I know exactly what my number is going in, that it will take me to make that house the way I want it. And then
a roofing guy, probably.
And that's before I make the offer. So when I make an offer, it's no contingencies. But that's the way I do it. And I'm not recommending everybody can do it that way. And then I go ahead and do it and force them to a quick close and ridiculous prices. Now, with you, Ryan, here's the deal. Frank will take care of you like you're a child, like you're an infant. I mean, I'm telling you, as much help as you need, or as little help as you need. I take advantage of all of his knowledge. He'll work it in. He'll work the inspection into the contract. He even goes so far as to give you back-out dates and things where you can get out. But he knows how to space them so you're not too crowded and you have things coming your way on an orderly basis. So I'd leave it in his hands.
Yeah. Awesome, Will. Thank you.
And was it home front inspections on the referral list? Call them. You'll love them. Now,
perfect.
Again, Homefront would know if there's a reason to get a foundation inspection. You don't always have to do that. I do that. I also do a sewer. And by the way, Homefront does that, the sewer part. 303-713-TALK.
You know, Plumline used to do, they still might, $39 to come out and look at stuff.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you can't get a better deal because it gives Frank ammunition to go back and go, hey, he might need a furnace soon, this is going wrong, blah, blah, blah.
Here's the deal. When I talk to Plumline, you know, they do have inspections. So does Fix It 24/7 for new customers. They have the $39 inspections, which are cleanings and all that, of any system. But if you don't own the home, they're very reluctant to do that, in my experience, and I don't blame them. I mean, they don't want to go be running out for $39 because, I mean, they want you as a customer. If you're not going to buy that house, well, then you blew it. I mean, you know, that now how are they going to get you as a customer? Maybe for the next house, but they truly do that because they want to establish a relationship. That's why any of you guys in the auto business do that. I mean, you know, when you have even hail repair, so we have Flexident of Colorado hail repair. When you give every once in a while you'll give a special or a free pickup and delivery, or you'll do a $500 off big jobs or whatever. You're not doing that for one time only, right? What's your reasoning?
No, I mean I'll do it for.
Oh, I know you'll do it. But your reasoning is that this guy will be back maybe or refer friends, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone wants that. Kevin, you have some loss leaders, right?
Sure, we always do. Yeah, just get people introduced. Come in, see the place, get friendly, and
take a look at their car.
Yeah. The same thing that we do.
Right.
The no-charge check procedure, the free RDI of transmissions.
Oh, that's crazy.
How do we make it so Nick doesn't talk so much? He's always trying to dominate the conversation.
I don't know. We'll have to put some time limits on.
Back in the day, I used to have to go to dealerships and give free dance.
When are we going to get the Denver trial lawyers on?
They are both in a meeting.
Will they be back? I mean, will they be able to get on before 2?
I left a message.
All right. Henry, you have to hang on because it's worth waiting for. This is what I believe is going to be bad faith. Bart, you want to talk about a home insurance claim. Go ahead, Bart.
Tom, top of the day, thank you for what you do provide for the service.
Thanks, man. What's going on with you?
So I've experienced a home loss with my insurance company that I reported.
What is it?
During the process, jewelry.
Okay.
That's not the issue. The issue is, while they were doing their due diligence, they ran across negative hits on my credit report, which they are unwilling to share. Help me out, Tom.
They don't have to share anything with you because they're not denying you credit. The only people that have to share what they found on your credit report are people who are denying you credit.
Just pull your own credit report.
Right. Just do your own.
It's not coming up. There's nothing negative on my credit report. My credit score is fantastic. The reality of it is, I thought because they had ran across a glitch, a negative in my credit report, they would be more than willing to share it. I mean, I've had this insurance company over 20 years.
Well, then you're paying too much for homeowners insurance if you had them 20 years. And by the way, loyalty is never, ever rewarded with insurance. What carrier is it?
State Farm. So the reality of it is they're the only one carrying any policies in my area. Colorado.
Where?
In Cuchar's Valley.
Okay, so you're saying there is no other insurance company, any carrier, anywhere that will insure you there?
Well, I'm not saying that, I guess, now that you put it in those words, I'm saying that if there are, they're out of state. I absolutely know. I'm making it in reference to
Bart,
other options there.
Bart, wait a minute. You've never shopped insurance for 20 years?
I have not. I've lost my wife in the last bid, and I have never even gotten around to that point.
Bart, here's if I don't do anything on this call, I want to leave you with this. You must call Compass Insurance Group and have them just tell them about your home and car. Who does your cars?
Same company.
Okay, I guarantee you. I'm gonna make you a bet right now. You are paying at least 40% more than you should be paying for house and car right now.
Love it, Tom. That's why I'm on the phone.
You know, we got an hour and a half. Why don't you call them right now and then report back to us?
Because I'm driving.
Okay. Now listen, Bart.
Yeah.
On your particular problem right now, you had jewelry. Give me the exact circumstance of the loss.
Out of state, at the acupuncturist. Woke up in the days, evidently, after the appointment. It went missing. But again, Tom, it's not the issue.
I know. The issue is that they say they found something negative on your credit, right?
Correct.
All right. Well, they don't have to share it. So we'll go back in that circle. And you think they should because you've been with them for so long. And I say you shouldn't be with them for that long. They suck. No, not only, listen, Bart, even if you were with a good company that long, I would be giving you the same advice. But you just so happen to be with a bad company, and 30 years, you are being bent over, beat up, slapped upside the head, and truly, you are their bitch.
Weekdays 2 to 4. It's Michael Brown.
Well, I guess it's really heating up now. There's a report out that a Ukrainian company paid Joe Biden.
Using what?
For your homeowner's insurance up there.
I think it was through Bristol Myers.
Who do you use?
Okay, 5-second spot. Here, now, 30. SimplyFloorsInc.com. Man, I can't stress it enough. I've been telling you about this all during the show. You will never get better savings than now. The holiday pushes on. You have, first of all, low-cost financing. You have special discounts on Shaw. You have an extra 5% on top of their already low prices, which can be 20, 30, 40, or 50%, depending on the floor coverings. They have all the new floor coverings, including waterproof vinyl and carpeting. You need to go to SimplyFloorsInc.com to make your own appointment. They'll come to your home, SimplyFloorsInc.com.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to call up Compass.
Do what?
Call up Compass Insurance for all of our insurance.
I do with all mine. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
About the what?
Compass Insurance. I'm going to call them up.
We all use them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to do it.
But is he
Nick,
the attorney?
Compass?
That's somebody else.
Oh, we don't give it.
Bristol Myers.
My wife dealt with that. I know we had a hard time because of trees.
Yes.
How are you? This is
That's
Tom.
why they're having a hard time.
Hey, listen, man. Just as
And
a
I'm
quick.
totally mitigated.
And what do they do?
We don't normally discuss a lot before the call.
When I say mitigated, it's like I had Colorado come out and discuss the market.
I just like it. But let me just say this. It is the simplest call. It's simply a car insurance. Someone refused to pay. It is so simple. It may not be bad. I'm asking you what this is. Okay, cool, man.
Close trees?
Do what?
You have trees that are
What is his first name? You gotta type it. Oh, Mike, thank you.
My neighbor has an American family. American family dropped me. So I was mitigated.
I think we got dropped.
They dropped you? Thank God. They're lousy.
No, like I said.
Oh, mountain.
You're
Small. You said the mountain.
Mountains are hard to find.
You couldn't find a good company.
There's some areas. Franktown, man, there's some really, most companies won't touch us.
Yeah, way back the desk.
It's because of how
a
far
little house.
fire
You get a little loop and look at it. Wow, that's cool. Thank you. I'll know more when I get to the
I have one company says we're 8 miles from a fireplace.
So this goes around the cigar.
Yeah,
They
there's
fair?
I mean, there's nothing that can be done to change it.
Oh, it is.
I can't force them to cover me.
Because this is the company from Crystal That's the brand of cigar. Yeah.
Right.
They say from
type,
well,
yeah, exactly.
why don't you say, hey, no, look at this.
Who's your favorite football team? Are you a Broncos guy? Seriously, who?
It probably would be Broncos, but
Okay, so what are risks is
Are you
your
a
shop
fan?
insurance?
Do you watch games? I never watched
Use
games.
Compass for home and
Last
car.
I hear love that fucking game.
I haven't watched a game in 3 years.
Give them a shot. I mean, there may be
Not even a Super Bowl?
Okay.
I watched the Super Bowl, but not the game. I watched commercials, the hoopla. I never watched
The Super Bowl's going on.
What kind of coverage do you have with the shop?
That last Super Bowl, I won a shitload, but my God, it had to be the most boring game I have ever seen in my life. It was textbook. That goes back to what we were saying this morning. That guy is such a good coach. He sat down and said, we're going to change our entire game as we're playing this team. And it was, man. It was so boring.
Belichick is just
a genius. They did nothing the same.
Could he win without
Brady? Absolutely.
If he had another guy that was spot on.
Jimmy Garoppolo, when Brady went down 4 years ago, he came in and won every game he played in.
He could actually probably teach Janine Garofio, too. That's cool.
He really, seriously, he's a great, spectacular coach. And he's got...
Let's see where Broncos are this week. I think they're close. So
So
the Bronco guys are not
They're
at this,
2-point favorites.
They are.
not up here
Yeah,
anymore.
2
The
point.
Broncos
Yep.
guys. I remember
2 point.
Steve Atwater and them used to be over here next door.
I don't know
No more.
No, that's off now, man. Next door is all the national shows like Hannity, Glenn Beck, Rush. Thank you.
Rush.
Who else? That's. It's all net. There's nobody. There's nothing live.
It's
That
760, right?
well,
It's the
not live.
There's an FM
Freedom
and a
Radio.
760.
They made it a conservative talker, Freedom Radio.
Okay. Has Hannity ever been down here?
He comes now. He came a few times.
Wow.
Sponsored by
And this station now is all local.
I know
And then
Sean very well.
KOA
Really?
is all
I haven't
news
home
sports.
numbers.
Get out of
Big
here.
emphasis
I know him
now
really
on
well.
Get
sports.
out of here. I love him.
From my days in New York.
Who?
Okay. Sean Hannity.
Discover matches all the
Who was that other guy you used to have a show with that passed away?
Alan Bird.
No. That Sean was.
Discover cashback now.
They were both on the same show.
Learn more at
Sean
discover.com/cashback
Yeah.
now.
He did. Oh, Alan Combs.
Combs.
Did he
Oh,
die?
He
Hannity
passed
and
away.
Combs.
He did die, didn't he?
Like 4 or 5 years ago, I
Oh,
believe.
that's a
wasn't
long
that
time
long.
ago.
Yeah,
Hannity
yeah.
Combs, yeah.
Wasn't that long?
You're
ago,
up.
wasn't it?
Yeah, no.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. I want to talk to Michael Nimno. He's with, Michael is with Denver Trial Lawyers, and these guys are top when it comes to bad faith and going after insurance companies and other forms of personal injury. But this thing about insurance, they go after insurance, man. Now, Michael, I want to lay out this scenario to you, okay? And I'm going to bring up Henry. Henry, it's not happening to Henry, it's happening to his daughter. Henry, I'm just going to explain it in the interest of time. Henry's daughter got into a wreck in the car. The other person was not insured. Henry's daughter put a claim in for her car. Collision.
And Henry's daughter was denied, and State Farm said, "You are lapsed." And his daughter says, what's your daughter's first name, Henry?
Jackie.
Jackie says, I never got a notice. Let me see the notice. They cannot produce a letter they sent to her. They claim she's lapsed. Just like that. And they say she's been lapsed since when, Henry?
I think it was on for like 1 month.
Yeah, just coincidentally, right. So now here's what happens. So she goes to the bank, Jackie, and finds every single withdrawal. Was it ACH or checks, Henry?
It was automatic withdrawal.
Automatic withdrawal from State Farm. She can show right up to the day, right up to the month the accident happened, she was paying faithfully. Yet they say, well, that doesn't matter. You can't prove we got it. We don't know where it is. We didn't get it. You're lapsed. Now, this sucks. And I tell you what, just for your information, Michael, you might know this, but this is not the first time we heard this about State Farm. This is not the first time. I would just like to know your opinion on this. Because really, I know bad faith has certain thresholds before attorneys get involved because as you guys have to make money. But still, I mean, this thing is just blatantly unfair. Because all they're saying is you were lapsed. They're not showing anything as proof. She can show withdrawals from her bank. So what do you think? What would you do in a case like this, Michael?
Well, I do think it's bad faith. I would contact State Farm with a letter and put them on notice that I think they're conducting bad faith by denying her payment for. Is it for property damage only, or was she injured in the accident?
Henry?
For property damage only, she wasn't injured.
It's only about $9,000.
Okay. So pursuant to the contract that she has with State Farm, they have a duty to produce that it's lapsed, and they haven't done that, and they've breached the contract. If they've breached the contract, then in my opinion, they're in bad faith because not only do they have a duty to his daughter, they have a fiduciary duty which goes above and beyond a normal duty that we have to each other because she pays them premiums. And it's even more egregious if she's proven to them that she's paid the premiums on time automatically every single month up to the day of the accident. I think that falls under Colorado statutory bad faith, which would entitle her to potentially double the damages that she's lost out on by their unreasonable denial of her claim.
Can she get attorney's fees as well?
She could. It's possible. Yeah.
Now, we have a lot of people that listen, and if they're facing similar things, certainly they can call you guys for advice, right?
Yes.
So, Henry, we're going to put you in touch, or you should really have Jackie call directly.
Okay.
And get in touch with Denver Trial Lawyers. These guys do not fool around. DenverTrialLawyers.com, 303-571-5302, 303-571-5302. And I'd like to just put all of these bastards on notice with the insurance industry. There's no secret of how I feel about these evil, evil people. That their business is predicated on cheating people. And I don't give a damn if you're in the business. You call me. I'll read you minutes from their annual meetings. I will go into detail if you'd like, but don't ever tell me you're in business to help consumers. Ever. That is bull crap. 303-713-TALK. Let's talk cars. Keisha, what's going on?
Yes. I had purchased a vehicle from a dealership and less than 6 months ago, and my transmission went out.
Keisha, did you buy it? Did you buy it as is?
I pay monthly on it. I'm
okay.
Still doing monthly.
Where did you buy it, Keisha?
Sharpest Ride.
What is it called? Sharpest? Okay.
Ride.
Now, Sharpest, we haven't heard from them in a while. Sharpest Rides. What kind of car is it?
It's a Dodge Grand Caravan 2015.
Grand Caravan 2015. How many miles?
Over 100.
Okay.
Like 100,000 miles.
Okay. Now, here, let me just tell you. You did buy it as is. Most of the time, Sharpest Rides sell their cars as is. Okay?
Okay.
That means it's not their problem. And let me ask you something to be fair. Why should it be their problem? If you bought a car, and how long has it been? A year, 6 months?
6 months.
Why should it be their problem if you're having a transmission trouble? Why? I'm not trying to give you trouble. I'm asking. I'm probing. Why do you think it's their problem?
Necessarily, I don't think it's a problem, but I do feel like they should help in fixing it. Or
why?
Because it's been under 5 months. I haven't even had it long enough for me to blow a transmission.
That's not true at all. It could have been half blown when you bought it. They didn't guarantee that you had a new transmission. What if the transmission, it's got 100 and some thousand miles, so okay, Mark Machowski, budget A1 transmission and auto repair. On a Dodge Caravan 2015 with over 100,000 miles, what can she hope to get out of that transmission?
I was just going to say, average life expectancy between 80 to 120,000 miles.
Okay, so you're at the end of that transmission life when you bought it. They didn't do anything to you. You bought a car with the transmission at the end of its life. So this is terrible for you. I understand this. But it's good for other people listening. When they buy a car near the end of its life, that's what they're buying. They're buying a car at the end of its life.
Well, the 2015 Caravan, Tom, that's a really good vehicle with the exception of the transmission. Everything else, though, is real good on that vehicle.
Good.
Engine, suspension, all of it. Fix the transmission.
How much is that transmission? Let's say her transmission is shot. Were you told it was shot, Keisha?
Yes, sir.
Could be looking at a $1,500, $2,000 repair. Of course, once we get it out and give it apart.
The repair will be $4,200.
Wait. Who gave you a quote of $4,200?
I went to 3 different shops, and the final shop was transmission something. I can't think of the name. But they gave me $4,200 as well.
You know what? That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, give us a shot, Keisha.
Now, listen to this, Keisha. They will remove the transmission and give you an exact estimate free of charge at Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. And I'm going to tell you, I don't think it's going to be near that. Listen, Mark knows what he's talking about. Those people were hosing you, okay? You were getting a hose job here. You go there. You go to Budget A1. Give her the information, okay, Daff? They'll do a free diagnostic with no obligation.
This is Denver's talk station.
Yeah, some of those carrots, it's not a CVT.
You're too cheap. 15.
Now, impact traffic. This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
It's the
You're
usual
stuck in the
delays
80s.
the usual spots in the drive across town.
Well, I mean,
I'm
Scott will
just
give
kidding.
2, 3 different options.
I'm just kidding, because I do that.
No,
You're probably 3-ish, high 2s, 3.
Yeah, it could be 2,000, 3,000 to fix it. We don't know what's wrong with it, but we'll save her money.
And slow again downtown, northbound I-25 stopping to open Alameda to Colfax, southbound slow south of I-70. Westbound I-70 slow in the elevated portion in both directions.
That's what they're selling used ones
approaching
for.
Vasquez. For the forecast, sunny today with a high of 48, right now 40. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner on 630 K-How.
At Mattress Firm, for a limited time, take home a free adjustable base with purchase of $699. Plus, get up to $400 in savings and enjoy 0% APR for 6 years.
I got to fix it coming up.
62 T.
Online or in store.
Fix it 24/7. Listen, the weather's here, the weather's there, it's cold, it's warm, it's in between. No matter what, Fix It 24/7 has proven they will come out and give you second opinions free of charge, and they will save you tons of money. We just had a call just today about that. Get them for free second opinions, or for new customers, they want to introduce you to the Clean and Check Furnace Special. $39, and they mean it. And they take it apart to the extent they can, the burners, the blower motor, and what they need to do to make that furnace like new. Of course, if it's not like new, they'll tell you what's wrong with it and where it needs improving. But no matter what, there's no obligation, and you only pay $39 for this wonderful service. And it's for new customers only because they spend sometimes more than 2 hours at your home. Fix It 24/7 for plumbing, heating, cooling, and electric. FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939, 720-526-3939.
We run into a lot of these warranty companies. We do some work for one of them.
Never get one.
Right.
Because you can't reprogram the valve bodies.
Because they're always the worst.
Because you got to replace the valve body with an uncoated valve body in order to.
Never get one. Just never get
one. So they send us a transmission that doesn't.
With no valve body?
No, it doesn't work. Because it won't communicate with the TCM.
This year is a different
Jeep and Dodge.
What would last
it's a one-time program,
Monday was
Yesterday's wagers, pending wagers. I don't like
Who was
the way
this?
they do
Monday
this.
what?
Yeah, who played Monday? I'm trying to think.
New England and Giants. It was Thursday.
No, that was last night.
And then
What did New England do?
Cleveland and
What was the score?
21 points, like 35-14.
But, here it is. So listen, did New England win every game this season?
So far, but they haven't played any.
Shitting me.
Well, they haven't played anybody. They haven't played anybody.
And the Broncos only
Look at
won
this.
one.
Look at this run I had. You ready? I never have this. -2 1/4, -300, -240, -360, -600.
Gambling addiction.
I told you I got walloped.
Are you winning?
No, minus.
I have never lost. I have never lost a season in football. Never.
But you come out way ahead or ahead or even?
No, there's years where I've come out, just a little over even, but I've never had a losing season, man. When we were going through our bankruptcy, I literally paid our mortgage on fucking football bets. I shit you not. Shit you not.
What, do you have a local guy or what do you do?
What's that?
What do you?
At that time I did. His name was Rogo.
Yeah.
He's done since retired. He's kind of disappeared. I'm not quite sure what happened to
He
him.
broke his thumbs.
He would show up every once a week on Tuesday and pay me. It got to the point this one year I was just talking about. It was like 2008. It was crazy, man. He would show up every week and pay me about $1,500 to $2,000. Literally the entire season. Paid all my expenses, all my bills. I was under a Chapter 7. Everything was cash. It was fucking crazy. Saved my ass, man. Literally. That was horrible, man. 08 was the worst year of my life. It couldn't have got worse.
Worse for a lot of people.
Oh man, we had people left and right around us losing
I'm
their
sure you guys,
houses.
so you've seen that. That was going to be a tough year for
Oh, they were
everybody.
automotive. You guys were getting fucking slaughtered.
It was up and down. I mean, some of it helped us because nobody was buying new cars.
So Dave
Well,
Lauer.
until cash for
Dave
clunkers.
Lauer is
Yeah,
gonna face
right.
Right. Well, luckily for us, I didn't have to make any more mortgage payments on the shop.
Cash for clunkers fucking killed me.
You know this, have you been keeping up on this?
Matt Lauer.
Matt Lauer.
Oh yeah, what's going on there?
They call it, what is it? Was it NBC?
So they're gonna
Something Boys Club.
CBS had a bunch of rusty claws too. What do they call them? Rusty claw? Two. I mean,
The biggest one that I remember who got $30 million, paid $30 million out? Fucking Fox News guy. Come on.
Yeah.
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly.
But really, he didn't. What
And
happened?
then he said, I didn't do
He
anything.
didn't do anything like Matt Lauer did, though.
I don't know about Matt
Well, you
Lauer.
know, Matt Lauer's been
He
accused of.
raped a girl.
Well,
been
that's alleged.
Anally.
That's
So
alleged.
Bill O'Reilly?
okay.
Feel better.
He raped her.
I don't know.
But then they hung out for 6 months. I don't understand. I'm not saying that.
But he
Look,
never
I'm not
got in
saying
trouble
she wasn't
for
raped
raping,
either.
right?
Huh?
He never got in legal trouble.
No, but he will now because she never came out with rape before.
Oh, she's
You
saying
turn that off a second.
There's a
This
book
is a fact of
station.
life, guys. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
Hi, Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. This is baffling me right now, this thing, where Jennifer says she has a homeowner's check that can't be deposited. I don't understand. What's going on, Jennifer?
Hi, Tom. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hello?
I'm here, Jennifer.
Hi. So I have a homeowner's insurance
Okay.
check,
All right.
and it has my husband's name and my name on it,
Okay.
and he doesn't have a checking account. So
But
because of that,
do you have one?
I do.
Well, all he has to do is sign it.
Well, that's the problem. They're saying that even if he does sign it, they won't accept it because he doesn't have an existing account. That's my credit union.
Well, then I've never heard of that before.
Just
ever.
go open another bank account. Who cares?
Yeah, but I've
I
just
tried
never
that
heard of
also.
that before. I've never heard of that before.
Well, wait a minute. So you
Well,
went
and
to
I also
another
have
bank
power
and
of
they said the
attorney.
same thing?
They did.
If
They
there's
said
something
their
funny
policy
here,
at
Tom.
both banks.
Well, hold
They said
on a
their
second.
policy at both
Jennifer,
banks.
how much is this check for?
$2,700.
Okay.
It needs to
Listen,
just go into my escrow.
Jennifer, all you have to do is, it's drawn on what bank?
My credit union is Security Service.
No, I'm not asking that. That check is drawn on what bank?
Oh, Citibank.
Is there a Citibank in town? Go to a Citibank.
No.
There's no Citibanks in Denver?
No, it's Citibank.
Okay, I thought there was.
They're all ATMs.
Okay. Well then, I've never heard of a bank requiring both signatures have deposits. I mean, I've never heard of that.
So my check says pay to the order of my name and then my husband's name. My bank says that if the check would say pay to the order of my name and or my husband's name,
they
would cash it.
I understand.
But the insurance company
when they
is
say,
saying they will not reissue a check.
When they say his name too, what if he signed it? They won't accept that, but other banks will.
Right.
I mean,
there is 2 Citibanks in Colorado, one in Colorado Springs and one in, I believe this is Denver or Greeley, wherever that is. So there is 2.
Oh, okay.
So if there are 2 Citibanks, then you go to a Citibank and have it issued as a cashier's check. I mean, you could easily do that, and both of you sign. But because they can't refuse something written on their own bank. But that's only one thing. The other thing is to temporarily, I mean, listen, banks are allowed to have policies, and so are credit unions. If they don't have an account they can go back to, then, they have a right to say that. I mean, they're not like free services. So they say, Jennifer, you're a customer, we'll cash it, but your husband isn't. So why can't your husband open up an account and then close it again?
So the problem is that my husband's incarcerated.
Okay. Now I understand.
So
that was no offense, but that's a hell of a tidbit to not lead with.
Right.
No, I did tell the lady on the phone that answered my call that that was the case.
But here's the deal. Can you get a signature at all?
Well, I'm talking to his case manager, and she's trying to see if she can get him to sign the check. Not that he won't, but will it be allowed?
Are you on good terms? Are you divorced or what?
No, we're fine. Yeah.
Okay.
No divorce.
And you're both on the deed?
Yes.
Okay.
Could he give her power of attorney?
I have power of attorney. I've taken it to the bank.
Are you just depositing? Because you said you wanted to cash the check.
No, I'm just depositing. I really just need it to go straight into my new escrow.
Most banks, most of my deposits, I just take a picture of. Can you do that with your bank?
Nope, they said that I cannot do that either.
What credit union is this? They're seeming
Security
like
Federal.
They're overly being pains in the ass.
Well, if she can get her husband to sign it, why don't she just go to Walmart and cash it?
If you have a power of attorney,
I tried.
If you have a power of attorney and you sign for him or he signs it, you should be able to go to another bank and just open an account.
How about a check cashing place? I mean, there's got to be someone loosey-goosey.
I tried the check cashing and King Soopers. It was denied at King Soopers for no reason. They don't really tell you the reason. And then
because they think it's shady. I mean, that's the reason people deny this.
Well, they just put it through a system. They run the check through, and then they say yes or no, and then I have an 1-800 number.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because they check both of you to see you don't have bad checks or bad credit, because some people won't cash checks for bad people. What I'd like to, I don't mean bad people, I mean like sketchy backgrounds. What does your husband's background show up? What was the arrest for? Embezzling or bank?
No, nothing like that at all.
Well, what was it?
It has nothing to do with financials or anything.
Okay.
He was in an accident.
All right.
Oh, that just
DUI?
I've got to ask. What does that mean?
No, we're trying to figure out why it's being flagged. We're not trying to give you a hard time. Why is it being flagged, Jennifer?
Oh, there's no reason for my husband's issue. There's no reason why the check would be flagged for that. That's completely separate.
I am positive there's a bank somewhere. If you have an account and a power of attorney, you can sign for your husband and deposit it. I'm positive. You just haven't found it. I know. I see no reason why. If you want to open an account, you have one. You have a power of attorney or your husband's signature, and you just deposit it. That's it. I mean, I don't understand why you can't deposit it. Just because your credit union is giving you a hard time doesn't mean you can't do it somewhere else. I deposit checks all the time that are made out to more than me. All the time. So I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. I mean, that's what the trouble I ran into yesterday. That's why I'm calling you. I went to 3 different banks to try to open an account. They still said that because my husband's not on the policy, they will not cash the check.
On what policy?
Well, I mean, on the check that the insurance policy is from.
What? You said your husband is on it.
Yeah, he's on the check, but he will not be on the checking account. So therefore, they say they won't cash it. I don't know.
Why can't
That's just
you?
what I've been told over and over.
Why can't you put him on the checking account if you have power of attorney?
Because the banks are saying that their policy is they do not accept power of attorney.
Wow.
That's what I was told 3 times yesterday.
And here's the problem. The insurance company does not have to issue a new check. No, because they are doing what's right. Because he
is on the policy.
If your husband did a quitclaim deed to you, would they reissue the check then?
They said even the quitclaim deed won't help because he was on the policy when it first started.
You mean when it happened, when the claim happened?
Right.
Okay.
Well,
and this is a good lesson. This is a good lesson for people. I swear to you, if somebody's being incarcerated, they should sign over their home. They really should. They should sign over their home to their spouse because you can get into problems. I know there's a solution. I just don't know what it is, but I know that there's a bank that will do it. You see, you have the only issue they would have, they want an account to go back after. Do you have enough money to cover that check in any account?
Yes.
Then you should be able to make a deposit equal to that or more and have them And they should be able to freeze that account for as long as they feel comfortable with you signing for your husband and making a bank account. Because you're putting up the money. They should be able to do it. Now, would your mortgage company take it to put into your escrow?
I have not tried that route.
Your mortgage company, if you ask them to deposit this, because you're both on the loan and you're both on the house, if you ask them to deposit it and then pay for it out of escrow, they might do that.
Pay the mortgage out of escrow?
No. You're gonna tell them, first of all, why isn't your mortgage company named on this check?
The first time I've had to do this, I don't have any idea why.
Well, let me explain something to you and why banks are lying to you. People get checks made out to their insurance company and, to their mortgage company and to them every day. And their mortgage company never opens up an account, ever. All they do is sign it and send it back to the homeowner. And then the homeowner deposits it. So that is how I know that's not true, that you have to have an account. You don't have to have an account. Something in your husband's background is flagging it. And since we don't know what that is, we can't help you. Or your background, if you had any bad checks or anything, I don't know.
Why don't you deposit it through one of their ATMs?
Well, would I need an account to do that with Citibank?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I still say you can go to Citibank. I don't see why Citibank would not honor that check if it's signed by both of you. You don't both have to be there. If you have a power of attorney and you have that signed, I think Citibank would take that check and convert it to a cashier's check. I would try Citibank. That's number one. And number two, what I would try is definitely try asking your mortgage company. Tell him what's up. That you have power of attorney. He'll sign the check. You want to put it into escrow. That's the only way you can get value is to put it into escrow. Otherwise, the house doesn't get fixed. And then they can pay the roofer directly. Ask them.
Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
As the lunch hour drive continues on this Friday, still quite a few troubles.
There's something there. She's not spitting the whole thing. Wonder if they have the same last name out of curiosity.
So you were saying earlier, Bill O'Reilly had to pay $30 million?
That was he didn't pay it, but
he
Fox,
paid it.
I thought Fox paid it.
No. He settled with one of them gals for 20 or 30.
Oh,
and then he said he didn't do anything wrong. I'm going, wait a minute. I can understand a couple $100,000 or something.
But to go off air and pay?
What do I have coming up? What do I have coming up?
But what he did was, because he didn't have sex with them, he didn't allow them to, or he got rid of them, or didn't have them.
Oh, yeah.
But he didn't force sex on it.
I had an issue with my mortgage probably
I don't look at my
12 years ago on a hail claim. And my mortgage company, because the mortgage company got eaten up, and then they send the check to the old mortgage company who's
not even existent.
Yeah.
That must took a while to get back.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mine did.
I went and bought a rubber stamp with the bank.
Mine was like.
Oh, really? It was just to pay for the roof. I mean,
they wrote the check directly to me. I don't remember having to go through any.
And I didn't even think about it because I'm looking at
who the hell is this?
It might depend
that was my
on
mortgage company for
your mortgages.
Wow, 4 expansions ago.
God, I got fucking spanked. I killed it last night though, man. I made up that 700.
Who are you betting with?
It's called GTBets.com. I've used them ever since my bookie went away.
And they're online?
Yep, they're out of the UK too, so.
UK or Canada?
UK.
I thought you got a
Or
Canadian
EU.
check.
They're in Europe.
Okay, I thought you got.
They sent me a check drafted from a Canadian bank.
That's what it was. And then they tell you, don't tell them that this is from gambling. Just when you deposit it. They do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I've cashed out, numerous times. I always get it.
You get a check or?
I have it wired.
Yeah.
I pay $25. I have it the next fucking day. I went the free route, what he just brought up about 4 years ago. The free route, they send you a check. I got the check within 3 days, FedEx, but it was from a Canadian bank. I couldn't fucking cash it at any bank around here, period.
See, Wells Fargo took mine.
I know, I don't know.
And they didn't even ask anything. And they told me, seriously, they told me, don't tell them it's for gambling.
So it's pretty straightforward. Here's all the lines. Like Denver was exactly what you said, too. They got everything, though.
They won 20, or whether they vary the
juice is 10. Usually it's 9. Actually, usually it's $9.
Well, it's rough, right? It depends on
the majority of their juice is 9. Like Thursday's game yesterday, they ran a deal 0 juice. So it was no juice. They do that a lot.
They won a Giants bet.
Mondays and Thursdays, they'll usually run no juice.
And it's minimally.
Oh, really?
Did you go to
usually.
What kind of a bet?
I've used it at Westgate.
Have you been there? You follow those guys?
No, I don't follow them, but I've been there.
No, but let me show you. Just go to Westgate NFL contest.
Contest?
Well, it's not really a .com. Just go to Google.
To work on
I see.
and be deliberate.
Okay, what is it? Westgate.
NFL contest.
That's the big casino and a big sports book.
But they give you the picks of their top guys before.
As soon as possible. I will. If I have to take off, I'm going to take off.
And then
Super contest.
Well, of course. But no matter what, stop
Well,
that.
is that? But I mean,
But no
there's
matter
one
what,
that's-
the first available opening.
Oh, I see. You're looking.
No matter
Yeah,
when,
it's
where,
something.
even if I reschedule kids,
Just
you
click
take
on one, I
it.
guess. Yeah, just pick one.
You just have to remember our trip.
I'll try to find which website it is.
Here's
you
what-
can actually see the picks of the leaders. The guy who's winning that, because you pick 5 games a week.
I'll show you what I do, man. I almost do all teasers, and I haven't lost forever. I spend very little on this right here. I never log in from here.
What's going on, guys?
Oh, it's a new investment strategy.
It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
I know how I can log in. I'll just go to scores, and I'll hit one of the games.
So will they give you 6 points on a 2-team teaser or something?
Yeah, for 10. For 10 for Jews. Gamecast. Let me just see how I can log in. I'll show you what I pay for. It's the only thing I pay for.
I just read they're evacuating 100,000 people.
If you go through, you pick five. It's part of this contest because it's a $10,000 entry, and it's like a winner takes $600-700 grand home
or more.
They pick 5 games against the spread every week.
Right about that, right?
No, you keep score as it goes.
Just like and the best is the winner.
And the best is, and there's 2 guys right now that have lost 1 game so far this year.
That's incredible.
Well, that's why I said I go on there to
follow what they're doing.
Because you think they're good.
They are. They've only lost 2 weeks.
They're 19-1.
But when you go in against the spread,
tell them what I did on the college last year with Earl Borda.
And that's all he did was go by.
College totals are easy.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, we're running late, but we're going to get to all of you. Okay, now listen, Jennifer has a comment on that check deposit at Citibank. What's your comment? The woman's husband is in jail. It's made out to both of them. Nobody seems to want to deposit this check or cash it. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Actually, this is Jennifer. She just changed lines.
I'm sorry. I thought it was someone with a comment, Daff. So listen, would you do me a favor? Let's just wait until we hear from her mortgage company, escrow, or from Citibank. That's all we can do. You can tell that to Daff when she's off. Go ahead, Dave. You want to expose something. What's happening?
Yeah. One sec.
Yeah, this sounds important.
Yeah, it is. I work for a company called Grubhub for the last 3 years.
Now, Grubhub, I thought, was a bunch of independent contractors, no?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
But they what they're doing is they're making the highways unsafe.
Well, with Grubhub, let me just say, Grubhub is where people go on an app, they order. Do they go to the restaurant first and order, or do they order everything through Grubhub?
Everything's through Grubhub online.
And then Grubhub is the delivery service only, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead now.
So when I first started with them, you would get an order, deliver it, and when you completed the order, you would hit delivered, and then and only then after that you would receive another order while you were sitting there in your car waiting. Well, now what they're doing is you're on your way to an order, and they're pinging you, sending you new orders while you're moving.
Yeah.
And sometimes you
just
can
like
pull
Uber.
It's I've done Uber too. Uber is a little easier to deal with, but yeah. So they're pinging you.
David,
this is what happens.
I understand. Go ahead. They pinging you, which you're saying is making things unsafe because it tempts drivers to look.
Right. And if they have something called an acceptance rate, if you have a choice to accept an order based on distance, time, and how much you're trying to make.
And for you got to look at it in order to know that.
Right. And they only bing it twice. If you ignore it because you're in a situation driving, then you get punished. They take away certain privileges, or they give you less orders or cheaper orders.
So you're saying they're forcing you to look at it while you're driving. Can't you pull over when you're driving?
Sometimes you can, but when you're going down like Wadsworth and you're
what's amazing to me is the first time they have an accident and somebody sues them, this is all going to go to hell. Hold on a second. Just wait, and we'll figure this one out, or at least come up with some advice from a PI attorney. Are you looking for cabinets?
This is what I pay for right here, man. It's called Number Fire. So here's how I'll generally do it. So I just happen to pull this game up. So this is saying the likelihood of Philly beating the spread of -3 is 54%. Right? They're saying the total on this game, well, it's almost 50-50. Over is 50, under is 46-1. So let me just pick a different game. Let's go. Let's pick the Broncos game.
Yeah, should be an under.
There it is.
Because neither team has an offense.
So they think Tennessee is going to win with +2.5. It's basically a 50-50 game is what they're saying. And then the total, they're saying the under is more likely at 51. So just to give you an idea, if I pick this game, I would tease 6 points up So 47, I would
Under
say.
47.
I'd say under 47, and then I would take the spread.
Tennessee plus 8.5.
I'd probably take Tennessee plus 8. So, but that's how I do every bet. But what I look for, it doesn't matter the team or the game.
No.
I look for the biggest differences.
Sure.
Like here's a good one, 57.
So it's leaning, yeah, it's leaning Seattle.
So after you throw 6 points at that, that becomes about 68. Usually I'm looking for about 70%.
Sure.
That's not a bad one.
Here, I got that other website up here, Mark.
What'd you say?
I got this one up here.
Let me see what you got. Oh, these are the experts.
Yeah.
What'd they say about last night? So they even show
Well,
you?
they don't show because you don't see their picks until 3 o'clock Saturday.
Got it.
Okay, but these are the two leaders. They're both 23 and 2.
How do you follow their picks?
Yeah.
They will post their picks
on that site.
On this site at 3 o'clock Saturday.
Send me that link.
At 3 o'clock Saturday, huh?
Send it, yeah.
You're right. I don't have email on this machine. Okay, the spread.com. That's fine.
Well, if you go back, I googled the Westgate, but it's the one with the spread. The other ones will not have that screen. The spread does, though. So they show you the lines that they're picking with. They'll also show you the
You just don't know if they're lucky as fuck or if they know what they're doing.
Well,
That's the only problem.
Because they pick games that nobody else is going to pick. They were all over Tampa Bay against LA last week.
Both of them?
Both of them. They both had Green Bay last week.
I had Green Bay.
What was Tampa Bay, LA?
The Rams.
Yeah, what was the spread?
Tampa Bay was an underdog, and they won outright.
Oh, Tampa Bay won.
But they also give you the top 5 picks combined with everybody in the thing, which never pans out. And then you can see the public bets, which are always the sucker.
I don't even like... if you look at college spreads now, because of how they fucked everything up,
so big.
They'll have like OU playing some fucking school you never heard of.
Yeah,
40-point spread.
It's fucking so stupid.
I know. But a lot of times they'll make it too.
Yeah, but why do they even do that? I mean, I don't even understand.
Why they play?
Yeah, why do they team up teams that should not be playing?
What I had a lot of luck doing with these guys is I'll take the top 3 or 4 and take the most common.
And then do it.
Yeah.
I might do that, then apply my same logic here.
And just,
I just always do teasers, man.
Yeah.
If I do play a college game, I don't tease college games.
No, because the spread can it's all over. They'll score 21 points in 3 minutes.
Just finding a college game that's got a 2 or 3 point spread is next to impossible. But I came in first, man. Literally, I'd log in, and when I say I guess, I wouldn't even look at the teams. I go boom, 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 boom. You pick every single game, whoever. I came in fucking dead first.
Wow.
I got the entire amount. It wasn't much, like $700-800, but it was all the board ops and these people, and they watch this shit and they love it and they all know fucking everything. They all know everything.
Yep.
There's nothing to know.
He'll be
about.
telling us about his bad beats here at the end of the year. Everybody has them.
Fuck, man. I've had last weekend I got beat up, but I'm still up for the year.
I mean, bad beats is in the game that was over that you ended up losing. Stupid touchdown at the end of the game.
Ben Roethlisberger, I kissed away $2,000 one year at a playoff game. This fucker threw it from like the 25 or 30 from the other team. Hail fucking Mary. Clock runs out like while the ball's midfield.
Right.
One of his guys came down with it and I won. I fucking couldn't believe it for my life. I mean, when I say I kissed the money gone, there was no way. I didn't think he could throw the ball that far.
I had Washington State one year at, I think, 13, 14 points. They were up by 20 with 1:30 left with the ball.
No, and they lost?
They didn't lose the game, but they lost the bet.
Oh, they lost the spread.
Yeah, guy fumbled. Quarterback fumbled the snap on the kneel down.
On the kneel down?
And it bounced around.
It's when you go, is this for real?
Yeah.
I remember Tebow, that fucking wild motherfucker. I had a couple bets against the Denver Broncos, and I saw shit where I thought God did intervene for a while. I couldn't believe the shit he got. I don't know how he won.
No.
tell you, he might not have the best throwing motion, but man,
Okay,
he's got the X factor.
Pittsburgh might not have the best throwing motion.
Pittsburgh had the game
The guy's a
done,
winner.
and somehow Pittsburgh fucked it up, and he comes back and wins.
Yeah.
All Pittsburgh had to do was kneel,
Yeah.
and somehow they fucked the whole thing up, and I lose.
Yeah.
Well, there's certain people and stuff that just got that X
make it
factor.
down
They're
through the
just
hallway?
a winner.
Wow.
What's his name? The quarterback from Green Bay, not
Rogers?
Brett Favre.
No, Brett Favre.
Oh, right.
X factor. The guy was a winner.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that smart with football.
Brett Favre was a fucking good player, though.
Yeah, he was.
You said he wasn't that good.
No, he didn't understand the game. Like, they say Nickelback, he had been playing like 15 years, and he goes, what is this Nickelback?
Isn't that a band?
Are you shitting me?
No, like I said, but the guy...
I think I've heard that too.
No, I think that was Terry Bradshaw that
Oh,
said
was
that.
it Terry Bradshaw?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I heard he was fucking stupid.
Terry Bradshaw?
Yeah.
Sure plays it if he's not. Yeah.
Yeah, but man, he's
got
fucking
4 rings.
smart stupid.
He's got 4 rings.
He was on all last night.
Yep.
Another guy over there.
Is Madden still alive? Or he is alive, right? I don't think he's been seen in public for a long time.
I think John Madden's still alive, right?
Get down there about 10.
I can't think of. I don't think he's been filmed or pictured in public for a long time.
I never thought of that. John Madden. We don't see him anymore, do we?
Not for
No,
years.
you don't.
He used to be every Thanksgiving. Was one of my favorites.
Oh,
He'd be on
sure.
the bus with his
Sure.
turducken. I bet he's got Alzheimer's or something bad.
He's still
He
around?
was born in 36, mid-year.
Yeah, he's still around. Well, I can say.
Yeah, but he's got to be in a bad way because
He's 83. He's 83.
He's a good, he was a fun announcer.
He played...
He's a Raiders coach.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. And I want to direct you to this place, helpmypaincbd.com. Please stay away from fake CBD products or the ones that don't really deliver what they say. Hey, listen, you know I'm a crusader when it comes to stem cell therapy, getting rid of the fakers, when it comes to insurance companies and how they screw people, and the Denver nuisance abatement law, and anything bad for consumers. But I love things that are good for consumers, and these CBD products simply work. They come from Panacea Life in Golden with pharmaceutical labs that make them down to the infinite decimal of accuracy. You can order them. HelpMyPainCBD.com. So,
hey,
what do you want in what?
What is the CBD stuff? They have the one for the animals. What is that? Is it for animals that are kind of strung high or what?
They have some animal stuff. Actually, it does help.
For horses.
Yeah, they have. Well, that's for pain, Mark, and for gait. Because horses, you know, sometimes horses have pain. They're what you call the silent sufferers. Obviously, they don't whimper and cry. Horses are. That's why so many of them are so mistreated. They don't know when a horse is suffering. These are great for horses and horses' muscles and pain, because most of the time, as healthy as a horse, horses don't have an actual injury, but they feel pain, and so they're a little limp or a little lame. This helps them. And this, you remember, CBD, nobody claims it cures anything. Well, it does cure like stress. I mean, it takes away stress and stuff. But what they're saying is it's the most wonderful thing for pain, anxiety, stress, all of that, even without the THC. Apparently, there's something in this plant that just does it, and it has nothing to do with marijuana. I mean, it doesn't make you high at all. But, yeah, they have an equine and a canine line for dogs and for horses and for cats, of course, and it's for sleep, it's for stress relief, and for pain. Instead of, Remedil, is that what you give your dogs and all that other stuff?
Yeah,
when they
like
get
their aspirin.
Yeah, you can just give them this stuff. And it's, anyway, it's as I said, a great place, PanaceaLife.com. Okay, so Dave wants to expose Grubhub. He says it's not safe. Dave, it's funny, I consulted a PI attorney, personal injury. You're not going to believe what I've heard. You're not going to believe it. You're just, okay, let me just tell you, Dave, you called up and said you believe Grubhub is endangering people's lives because they're encouraging drivers to look down at these pings to get the next ride or to get the next delivery, and if they ignore them, they're penalized. And in order to get a good score in the company, you got to accept a bunch of these. And in order to accept them, you have to read to see how much, how long, all of that. And they ping you in the middle of a ride as opposed to the end like they used to. Now, Dave, now this is the weirdest situation. Listen to this. For other drivers, if they get injured, they could have a case because they can make the argument that, you know what, I'm going along just fine and they keep pinging me and they're going to ding me if I don't take it. Therefore, I took it and I got hurt. They might have a case. But you will not.
No.
You know why you won't? Because you know it's dangerous. Because you know it's dangerous and you've already exposed it. Now, obviously, they would have to connect you with this call and all of that, but you probably made it known that you don't like this system. Now, for you to knowingly do it, you're engaging in the negligence. You are a party to it, and you know of the assumed risks. Therefore, Dave, the PI attorney says people who feel it's unsafe should quit and work somewhere else. No one is forcing you to do it. So if you don't quit, if you don't quit and you do it knowingly, you're not going to get anything. It's only those who are ignorant, and that's the expression ignorance is bliss. If they're totally ignorant and don't realize it until it happens, then they might have a case. But it's well noted. Listen, but Grubhub isn't the only one. Uber and Lyft do notifications while people are driving, and so do a lot of apps. In fact, they do them with consumers. You can make the argument that all apps that notify you should not notify you while they're driving. All Grubhub has to say is, we don't know when you're driving. You can set your phone not to get anything while you're driving.
Domino's Pizza, 1993. They ended 30 minutes or less. They got sued by somebody saying the delivery driver actually ended up killing somebody. And they said because of the 30 minutes or less, Domino's is at fault. And guess what? They paid out big.
Wow. Jim, you have something to say about horses and CBD. Go ahead, Jim.
Hey, Tom. Yeah, that CBD stuff is fantastic for horses. Absolutely correct.
Have you used it?
Yeah, all the time.
And so, do you notice it immediately, or does it build up in their system?
No, it takes a week, if that.
Cool. And how do you feed it to them? What form do you use?
It's in a pellet form, so you just put it in.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah. Thank you. And you ought to try PanaceaLife.com. They're good people. Patrick, you want to talk about Nevada auto sales out of Colorado Springs. Is that right, sir?
Yeah, Tom, it's the failure to launch kit. I'm helping someone work on their car, and we had to take it to the shop recently, yesterday. But with issues not starting, starter's good, battery's good. It's also what the mechanics told me at the shop, but they're kind of bringing up concerns about modules that were possibly installed at the Nevada auto sales.
Now, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You're talking about this car that won't start. It's a friend of yours, right?
Correct, yes.
When did she buy the car?
Last October.
And what do you think Nevada did? They installed a module, or you were talking aftermarket or replacing something already there?
Aftermarket, something that's not GM standard. It's on a 09 Pontiac G5.
Okay, and what did they do? They installed it? Why did they install a module?
Well, they installed this, it said airbag module on it, and the mechanic that I was talking to earlier said that is not something that's supposed to be in the car. That's not normal.
Okay.
Now it's having electrical issues, and
well, let's get right to the point. Let's get right to the point. No matter what Nevada Auto Sales did to that car, they sold it as is. So but you could make the argument that what they did was unsafe. For example, if there was an accident that caused excessive injury, they wouldn't get out of that by as is. If they did something like a body repair and they did it shoddily, or they did something that was dangerous. But if they did something that affected maintenance or gave you electrical problems.
They put GPSs on cars. Is that what he's talking about? The asset protection GPS?
Well, they have one of those too, but it's literally says airbag module on it, and it's
yeah, but they lie about it. They do that on purpose.
Yeah.
But they label them like that so you won't remove them. They don't label them, here's our GPS to keep track of you deadbeats who don't pay. They don't label it like that.
No, they actually did label their GPS monitor. It's sitting right on top of the shock strut, just wired into a power cable.
But what's the point, Patrick? Even if it was installed by them, what's the big deal? I mean, you buy the car as is. Unless it's a safety issue, what's the big deal? In other words, you can't go back to them. You can't go back to them and say you should have never put this on the car, make it work.
Yeah, and I understand that. I'm worried now that it's because something where the car won't run again because it's something they installed and now it's.
Hold on. The car was running, right?
It was running. It was running good, yes.
For a year.
Till about
For a
March.
year. Or month?
No, till about March. Till March.
Well, okay. How long did she own it before it stopped working is what I'm asking.
October of last year to March of this year.
Okay. So, obviously, it worked with this unit in there. Now something's wrong with the car. You need to take it to a mechanic who knows what the hell they're doing to find out why it's not running.
Right, and we did. It's currently sitting in a shop down here in Parker.
But how do you know that guy knows what he's doing? If he's pointing to that airbag module and saying this is why it won't run, I doubt it has anything.
He was saying he had concerns about it because that's not something that's normally installed in the car.
Okay. So what does that mean? So what? I mean, so what? It's still, is he saying that's what's causing it not to run?
No, he's not. He still doesn't know what's causing it not to run.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Okay. So we have two separate issues. It's not running. That's up to her. She's the owner. And then it has a module in there no one understands, or this guy doesn't. So if it's not supposed to be there, take it out. If it is supposed to be there, leave it in. But I would not take this guy's word for it. Why? Does it have airbags?
It does have airbags.
Then why would it not have an airbag module?
Like it has the airbag sensors and it doesn't even wire into the airbag sensors.
Okay. I'm going to go back to what I think it is, which is part of that system. That's just my gut. It's part of that system, but it doesn't matter. It is what it is, basically. And, this car is not running, but it has nothing to do with that. I am sure that there is a mechanic who can figure out what it is. And if he's concerned about it, then start hitting the books or take it somewhere that will understand it.
Weekdays 2 to 4. It's Michael Brown.
Well, I guess it's really heating up now. There's a report out that a Ukrainian company paid Joe Biden.
Short or long?
With a light.
Short, long, in between.
Oh, okay. And
so that people could see them. They were dummies. So they get up underneath their hood and they think they're going to remove their GPS and they look over and see the thing.
Let's talk about Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. You heard calls come in about Frank saying, I can't believe it. I do feel like the only customer. If you list a home with Frank, they're going to do a complete house cleaning. They're going to go through and stage the house. They're going to walk you through the process. They're going to get that home marketed outbound. They don't just put up a sign and walk away. He has a team that aggressively markets it. And the most important thing, they are going to list this home for what that home is worth, or what it should be, not what it's worth, but what they think will get the most offers, and then they're often going to sell it for more than the market average. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com is the website. And you can call them if you want to list your home, or if you're looking to buy. They have a team devoted to buying, and Frank looks after every single deal. 303-920-1622. 920-1622. Simply the best. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
I like those leaves in there.
Does anybody know the point of that call?
So, I think he was asking about what it could be.
Well, what the problem is,
we put the GPS with the light. So
we put the GPS in these cars that said GPS with a light on it, so people could find them.
Right.
And it was a dummy. So they would rip it out thinking they're pulling the GPS out, and the other one is mounted up underneath. So that's exactly, it's a GPS unit, I guarantee it is.
Wow.
And it's got a starter interrupt in it. So, you know, something happened, they flipped it off. It's not going to start until you bypass that or pay your bill. Guaranteed.
Oh, you said...
I'm telling you, the airbag module is not an airbag module.
I know that. You're the one that told me that last time.
Yeah.
So people put GPS things in a car.
The dealers
almost every time now.
On an asset protection, yeah.
So they can find where it is and send it.
It's a locate, and it has a starter interrupt. Both.
Gotcha. So they can actually shut it off.
Yes.
Yes.
They even have geofences if you try to take it out of state.
They'll at least give you notification it's leaving the state or the country or.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think every car should have this.
They all do. You just don't know what's on there.
You mean?
So if you get one stolen, then they can stop it.
Well, that's OnStar and all those.
They can. Most cars have it.
Most cars have it. Yeah.
From what year?
I don't know. I mean, OnStar's been around for 20 years, 15 years.
Yeah, but as far as
on.
So why don't they use it?
Even when they're not active, they do the.
But you have to
law
subscribe
enforcement
to
does.
it.
No, law enforcement does.
If you subscribe to it.
Well, even if you don't subscribe,
they have the capability. Yeah.
Yeah, because to subscribe, you got to ping it to turn and.
Okay, I'll pay. Find my car.
Do you think that girl didn't make her payment? I
Yep.
think so.
Yep.
Wow.
Patrick wouldn't go out with a girl like that.
Because I don't remember the airbag module being labeled airbag module.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so once they
the
disconnect
mechanic is right then.
I don't know anything labeled in an engine.
No.
Yeah.
The only thing he has labeled are two things. One as a dummy decoy, and the other one.
And they are dummy decoys, and they're right in plain sight.
Yeah, so when the person removes it, I got it.
So that way they don't go looking for the real one. They think they already got it.
Right.
Holy shit.
Exactly.
They're about $5 for a fake GPS.
Oh, cheap.
Wow, look what I learned from you. Wow. But so can you describe posts? So if it got stolen, now can you go and subscribe and pay a back subscription to get to your car, find your car, or
what are you talking about?
So you said that all of these cars and stuff have it, but you got to subscribe. So
I don't know what the terms are. If you can, pay them and then they can flip it on and go find your car. I don't know. I imagine
they got a commercial on TV where the cops say
cops slowing down the car. Yeah,
killed the OnStar. They shut the vehicle down.
That's OnStar though.
Yeah,
right.
All cars have something. Because I know my girlfriend Subaru has a GPS. I tease her and I honk the horn on it and do different things.
You do?
She still hasn't figured that out.
Oh, really? How do you do that?
On my phone.
You should be talking with her and do that. What the hell is that?
What is that noise? Yeah.
Why are you beeping?
And you can lock and unlock the doors, but I don't want to. I just.
She thinks
then
it's haunted.
she'll know.
She thinks it's haunted. Huh?
When she first bought it, it's one of those that if you have the key in your pocket, it unlocks when you get there.
Okay, yeah.
So she was trying to figure out how to power. She hit the lock, and I'd tease. I said, "You better check and make sure it's locked." And she'd go back to the car. It's not locked. She has a key in her pocket. So that went on for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
She hated me for a while for that one.
So you just randomly.
So the power locks aren't working.
So you just randomly beat the horn. She's like, see.
Well, it's in the garage. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah.
Oh, well, how's it doing then?
And I'm sitting there watching TV. Yeah.
I just beat the horn.
What was it?
You're mean.
Yeah.
Did she listen to the show?
No, I'm childish. I'm not mean. I'm childish.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
You get along well with Mark.
Yeah. So we see eye on a lot of things. Yeah.
I'm the adult.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Hey, so
what else do you do
is the
with
one that said about the nickel defense. They didn't know.
Yeah. Terry Bradshaw. Yeah.
No, Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Here's one of the things.
So all those years you didn't know what the hell?
Brett Favre. So you're telling me nickel defense is simply bringing in a defensive back, removing a linebacker? Who gives a shit? Brett Favre said this.
Well, he didn't care what you call it. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, the guy had the impact. I mean, he was a winner. I remember when they used to mic quarterbacks.
Well, he's just fearless.
Yes, he's fearless.
That's the thing.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So, listen, we've been talking off the air, and this is what Kevin Calkins says. He's seen him this way, and I hope Patrick's still listening. First and foremost, we said to Patrick, that thing, that airbag module that looks like it's labeled airbag module. He said, first of all, cars don't normally have anything labeled like that. You don't normally just see a label, airbag module. But anyway, here's the other thing. That's what Kevin was suspecting is the GPS, and they just mislabel it so people don't think it's tracking them down. Because these are used by buy here, pay here places. But here's what's funny. When I said that to Patrick, Patrick said, oh, no, it can't be that because the GPS module is sitting right on top of it. And it says GPS module for tracking your ass down. Well, it doesn't really say that, but it says GPS tracking module. Okay, that's the fake thing. So the GPS tracking module is fake. It's fake. The real module is the so-called airbag module. They know you won't mess with that. And that's what's happening to you right now. So that mechanic probably has a good eye and says, wait a minute, that airbag, that doesn't look normal. That shouldn't be there. He's right. It's the GPS tracking. And then when Patrick said, no, it's not GPS tracking. The GPS tracking is labeled GPS tracking. Well, they don't label them. They put that there on purpose so you'll take it. If you want to take something out, you'll take that out and be satisfied. So you'll think they're not tracking you anymore, and they are. They also have an interrupt in it to keep the car from starting. And you mentioned the car has a problem starting all of a sudden. So I got to thinking, Patrick, you're the failure to launch guy, but I'm not saying you're a bad guy. And your girlfriend here now, maybe she didn't make her payment. And it's not starting. So you take it to this guy in Parker to try to thwart the system. And he's saying, this doesn't look right. Oh, there's the GPS unit. Let's take that out. And it's still not starting, and you're calling us. Because it's something Nevada did. Well, yeah, they probably did it because they're not being paid. I mean, we just put this whole thing together just sitting here. And I think that's what's going on. Now, 303-713-TALK. Let's get to all the calls. Like, who's been waiting the longest? Michael. Michael, you had to pay for back surgery. Why?
I did.
Normally, we all pay for our own stuff, but I know what you mean. You had coverage. What coverage did you have?
VA coverage and insurance.
Okay, and what happened? First of all, you have both VA and you have your own health insurance?
Yes.
What's primary?
I guess for my back it would be the VA.
Why? How do you? I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking. How do you know?
I have disability for my back from the VA.
Okay, from the service? From the service?
In Iraq. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Michael, what happened then? You needed surgery. Did VA pay?
Yeah, the VA wasn't doing anything, so I used my own insurance, and then they refused my surgery because they said they didn't have like a letter.
Who refused the surgery?
My insurance company, Aetna.
But wait a minute. Did you get it pre-authorized?
I can't. So I had it done October of 17, so I don't remember like what was pre-authorized, what was going on with that.
Okay, let me get it straight.
It was, like, denied.
So in October of 2017, VA would not pay for your back surgery, so you went ahead having it done.
Wasn't doing anything.
I understand.
So I was going in every like 6 to 8 months with like a flare-up. Like on two crutches, I couldn't do anything.
But you assumed your insurance would take care of it because VA was not.
Yeah, so I started going through the process. I got like 2 weeks before my surgery, and then they denied it, and so I had to reschedule the surgery, and I was going through talks with the insurance and stuff. And then they talked to the surgeon, they went through everything, and then they denied paying for it.
Then why did you go and have it done if you knew no one was paying for it?
Because I needed it.
Okay, good answer. So, Michael, is your insurance saying they would pay for it if they knew VA turned it down?
No.
Is VA saying now? Why? Here's what I don't understand. If you had health insurance, why are they not paying?
I don't know.
Well, they gave you a rejection. What is it?
It could be because I left my job and I was on Cobra. That could possibly be.
Were you paying for it?
Yes.
That's not a reason not to have surgery. If you're paying for Cobra, were you actually paying for Cobra?
Sorry, what was that?
Were you actually paying for Cobra?
Yes.
So how long were you out of work before you had surgery?
Oh, I was maybe 2 or 3 months.
Okay. Now, you were out of work 2 or 3 months, and every one of those months you made a payment to Cobra.
Yes.
Who was the Cobra carrier?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
It was through Aetna.
Okay.
I had insurance through Aetna at a PPO.
All right. So, did you go through that PPO to get your surgery?
Yes.
Okay. Then you submitted, and they turned it down. The EOB.
They turned it down prior to the surgery. I had everything.
You still
going.
submit it. Listen, you still have to submit it to get an EOB. The EOB will give an official reason why they turned it down. Or did you never submit it? You can submit it.
It was submitted.
And what does your EOB explanation of benefits say?
I'm not sure.
Well, you got to know or we can't help you. We have to know why they turned you down. We have to know.
When I called to like talk to them about it, they said I was denied because I had to do something between the surgery center and them. But like once, like they had like conversations and conferences together, and then in the end, they just said they weren't going to pay because their doctors determined that it was not medically necessary.
Okay. All right. Now, you can go after your insurance. It's all right. Well, why are you calling today?
I don't know what to do now. So like I've talked to like a couple different lawyers, and they just don't do cases like this.
Well, actually, we have people that do cases like this if it's bad faith. But we have to know if it's...
And that's what I said to the insurance company when I called and started talking to them. I told them it was bad faith that they're not covering this.
And what did they say?
They said, oh, I didn't, it wasn't medically necessary.
Okay. What did they do to your back?
So they only do 4 things at once. I had it done at the Laser Spine Institute.
Oh my God.
And
never mind. I didn't even know they were around last year. Oh no, it's 2017. Never mind. Did you know I had something done at LSI?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Did you go to Florida?
I went to the Florida one.
Yeah. Near Tampa?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's where Jim St. Louis, Dr. St. Louis, ran the place?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Why? Was it bad?
LSI was ripping off people for years. Now, I got some mild benefit from it, but basically, they were a bunch of liars and cheaters. And they were cheating people.
For me, actually, it's been pretty good because, like, my back was pretty messed up.
And you don't, that's wonderful. God, I'm glad to hear that. Really. I'm really glad to hear that. So, you don't have pain?
I mean, I still have pain, but not like it was before.
Okay. Listen, you got a number of different problems, but how much did it cost? They want about $60,000, right?
No, it was $15,500.
Man, are you lucky? Why is it only $15,500?
I don't know.
Mine was $60,000.
Maybe it was the procedures.
All right, hold on.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Ross Kaminsky in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon, 6:30.
About $60,000 in medical bills. Our med pay on our auto policy paid the first $5,000 as it should, but then we still had to pay the deductible and max out of pocket on our Kaiser health plan. Why doesn't med pay count towards a deductible?
That's the one I got there. That's what I sent you. Yeah.
When is John coming back?
I don't even know where he is.
That's a good question. Why would it?
When is he back?
Because MedPay is a fucking joke.
Okay.
Well, it's not a joke for the car company because they end up paying it. It's bad for the consumer, but it's great for the hospital.
It's great for all of the people that get the money.
Except for the people that actually pay for the MedPay.
But for also the car insurance.
I gotta tell you, man, this is an issue because I automatically say get MedPay, get MedPay, get MedPay.
Right.
Well, and that's just it. I'd like to hear in what example is MedPay right for buying.
Well, we're going to challenge it. Rocky Mountain Retro Foam is the most amazing insulation in your walls. If you have regular insulation, you're probably paying too much on your energy bills. Without the right insulation, your heating and cooling systems work overtime. And I mean even regular insulation, but listen to this. When you go to this Rocky Mountain Retro Foam state-of-the-art injection foam, you will see it fill every wall cavity, every nook and cranny. It maintains its R value in all temperatures. It never breaks down over time. And it usually can be done from outside the home in a day or less. Wow. And listen to this. Not only does it save you up to 50% on energy bills, it makes your home like 80% more quiet. If you're ready to make your home more comfortable, or maybe you have an older home and you just need insulation, you will never do better than Rocky Mountain Retro Foam. 720-676-6333. Let me tell you quickly about the video that sold me. It's at this website. I want you to go look at it. FoamYourWalls.com.
So if you have insulation in your walls, how does that work? I mean,
it compresses them.
Oh, wow.
And it just totally
doesn't go out the drywall?
It puts it right up and goes.
It's so cool.
Wow.
It's
look
wild.
at FoamYourWalls.com.
FoamYourWalls.com.
Wow.
That's foam with a PH.
So you got insulation in the walls. They put the foam in from the outside of the house.
Phone your walls.
Mark, this is another kind of bad faith.
Yeah, like in phone.
This guy with the back surgery, that's another kind of bad faith. They have to.
Well, he screwed up though because he went out and had it done. They probably wouldn't approve that spine surgery to begin with. Did you find it, Kevin?
No.
Phone. PHONE, your walls.
Yeah, he typed it in.
You got me.
Phone your walls.
You got me.
Or is it FONE? FONE. Phone.
Never mind.
Phone your walls.com. It's phone.
Wow.
FOAM.
Every once in a while, you just aren't paying attention and start, it's like, I got you, yeah. Funny guy.
He's child. I told you guys were two pieces.
He's child.
I'm the adult here.
Let me tell you what.
Wow, look at
when
how
Dan's the adult, we're all in trouble.
Oh, wow, that's a small hole, too. Wow, look how small that hole is.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. See how it just works? It also soundproof up to 80%.
Wow.
It is kind of weird how it just pushes that other shit up.
Yeah.
You don't start getting,
That's what I'd be. But that's the other thing. It's how do you actually ever check? You don't really.
Probably don't want to do that in my mobile home, huh?
We had people call up. It'd be a good idea if you could do it in an RV or motor home.
Yeah. But just the cheap paneling and stuff.
Your panel will just pop.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Is it beautiful? Or
yeah, it's a small.
Well, the one little section where they had it cut away when it was all dry. I mean, it was like a solid wall in there.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't get hard.
You can't do it up. You can't do it in the ceiling because there's too much water in it.
See this picture here. So that's still soft?
Yeah.
Well, it's not as soft as when it goes in, but it's not hard.
It's not as soft when it goes in, but not hard.
Put it in soft and let it get harder.
That's right. It gets a little harder.
And you think we're children.
I'm just waiting for Hummer jokes. So I'm
You can do it through both. You can do it from either end.
Or when Tom pulls his dinger out. Damn it, he pulled his dinger out again.
About that company that will repipe your entire house.
Hey, Mark, let me ask you.
How do they do that?
Well, if you think about it, you don't have plumbing everywhere in your house. It's very limited. So
No, that would go right around piping and electric and everything. Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
I'm just this company. I hear their advertisements say just repipe your entire house.
Right. They put a PEX.
Right.
That PEX
But
stuff
they
is
actually
best,
cut the
man.
wall, pull the pipe
It'll
out, and
never
replace
burst on you. It's
Yeah.
once that shit's
Really?
in, you're done. Oh man.
It's easy to do.
Oh, it's crazy.
Makes it quieter.
If you go watch a new house they build, they always use PEX now, but
Goes up quick.
each one will have a different color, each run. I mean, it is the coolest shit ever.
So we use in our shop for the swamp coolers.
The new plumbing they use for new
You get a
homes,
bag
running
of
everything
alligator
through.
or crocodile
It's that real
right up
flexible.
to-
Can't
It's
freeze
pretty
joints.
cool.
Nothing.
No joints.
There's no joints, man. They go up, around, and all.
Hey Nick, do
They
you
go
know
around
what,
corners like this.
Do you know what sexual position gives the ugliest babies?
Oh God.
Oh God.
I've heard this one.
Ask your mom.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713.
Michael, I was thinking it's bad faith, but it may not be because you already had it done when you knew they were going to refuse, and it's I don't know if it is. Also this, okay, Mike, I know you're having good results, but LSI, you know they're shut down, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, they're not even around anymore. And I think Jim St. Louis is on to another scam. Now, I shouldn't say it's a scam. These guys are credible doctors, but they just over-exaggerated what they were doing. They made it sound like some revolutionary crap they're doing, and it just, you know, your insurance company is probably right that particular procedure was not medically necessary. I mean, they're probably right. What can I say? And
But I was in the ER like every 6 to 8 months.
no, I'm not saying you didn't have back problems. I'm saying that particular procedure was probably not medically necessary. You probably could have had another one. I don't know. I mean, here's the deal. The VA would have never paid for it anyway. That would have never happened. They would have done something at VA like a fusion or something. But I don't understand. If you were in Iraq, did you say you were in Iraq?
Yes, for 15 months.
Why are you not getting VA help on anything? I'm just wondering in general. Do you get any help at all?
This was the VA in Long Beach in California.
Yeah.
I moved here in October of 17. But basically when I was there, they just give you pills and kick you out the door.
Are you getting anything here?
A little bit. I mean, they sent me to physical therapy, but I mean, I've already had my back surgery.
Okay,
so,
I'm really happy. Michael, I'm really happy it worked for you, man. Now, I don't think you're going to get them to pay. And who's trying to collect the money right now?
Well, I've already paid it.
Oh.
I mean, it's me, I guess.
You're trying to get reimbursed, I see.
Yeah.
Look,
it's going to be hard, man.
It's going to be near impossible. You know what? I would give a call. Daphne will give you a number to Denver trial lawyers. I don't think it's bad faith. But you know what? They might have an idea for you. These guys are really good. They might have an idea. Because did they unreasonably withheld medical treatment? You say they were having conversations this whole time. And what happened was they decided not to cover it right before, and you decided to have it done anyway. That's why the price is $15, because you paid it. I'll guarantee if it went through insurance, it would have been more. But here's the deal. We're going to let you call Denver trial lawyers. This is a hard one. You went ahead. You had to fight them back then before having it done. You went ahead and had it done. Janet has a comment on the woman. Listen to this. The woman had a check made out to herself and her husband, who's incarcerated or in jail, let's just say in jail, and she couldn't deposit it anywhere because her husband doesn't have an account where she's depositing it, especially at her credit union. And if she goes to another bank, both of them would have to open the account. And again, I don't know why she can't put him on an account, because she has power of attorney. All of that seemed too sketch to me. But anyway, what's your comment, Janet?
My comment is I also have a credit union, and I went to my credit union, deposited a check from, I think, my mortgage company that was both on my name and his name. Although he signed it, the credit union would not take it because they cannot verify his signature. And they told me that the reason they can't verify his signature so that he could come back to them. They're assuming that what if my husband and I, even though we're happily married, we could be divorced and I'm trying to steal the money from him.
No, I understand. They don't want to get in the middle. They don't want to get in the middle.
Because he could come back and sue the bank for taking
Why not
that check.
Why not offer to get it notarized? I mean, that would be a way around that. But
they didn't make that suggestion to me, but I like that idea.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just we took care of it.
What are you going to bring a notary on visiting day?
I don't know. You're right. I mean, somebody's in jail. It's a tough one. It is tough.
Prison.
Pamela, what's going on with you? Hi, Pamela.
Hello.
What's going on with your car?
Well, I was stopped in a turning lane, and a lady hit me from behind.
Okay.
So I looked, and I was getting out, and she was leaving the scene. So I yelled at her to stop, and she stopped, and she got out and apologized for hitting me and told me she was leaving because she was going to go to the parking lot over to the side because the intersection was so busy. So since she apologized, et cetera, and she hit the back end, I didn't think much of it. Went over there, called the police. Police came. She was cited for not keeping a safe distance from my car and being distracted. So I filed a claim with her insurance company, which was Progressive.